Good morning and welcome to the first ever JCL Japan Cricket League T20 quarterfinals day. I'm your host, Alan Kerr, and I'm joined in the commentary box by Sabarish Ravichandran of the Tigers, who will be playing this afternoon. Sabarish, how are you doing?
Alan, morning everyone. It's a pretty beautiful day at SICG.
I can actually see some blue sky. It's been cloudy and dark all morning, but the blue sky is out. Yeah. The Tokyo Falcons are taking on the Tokyo Titans. The Falcons won the toss and elected to bowl. Just to quickly run through their team, they were captained by Kuldeep Bisht. They have Samip Dewar, Dev Mishra, Sarfraz Petkar will keep wicket, Ankit Chawla, Manish Kapil, Shubham, Abhi Talang, Siddharth, Sanket Pandari and Shailaj Lal making up the 11. Yep. While the Titans are captained by their wicketkeeper, Anil Chandraya. Then they have Afroz Khan, Bhupendra Sharma, Karan Kumar, Mandeep Singh, Vimal Yadav, Navjeet Thakur, Rahul Kedar, Rasika Chandamal, Raj Shahi Thakuri and Shakil Kanajaya. Hopefully I haven't butchered too many of those names. Okay. Bowler's at the top of his mark. And we're going to get ready to get going. So what do you think, boys? Sabarish, who's your team for today? Who do you think is going to be getting through this?
My money is on Falcons.
Tokyo Falcons?
Yep.
So who are the players to watch for those guys tuning in who might not have seen a lot of Japan cricket?
Yep. In Falcons we have Sarfraz, who has been in red hot form this season and hitting pretty big scores.
There, just tapped out into the leg side and they've trotted through for a single.
And in Titans we have their captain, Anil Chandraya and Mandeep, who's on strike. So they are the players to watch out for in Titans.
Yeah, it's an interesting one in that this is the Japan Cricket League T20. So this competition was formed this year with the idea of getting the JCL clubs to play a bit more T20 cricket. The Titans, new to the JCL this year. Have you guys seen much of them?
Actually, no. They are not playing in Division 1 right now. So they are being part of Division 2 and 3. So yeah, I think we'll get to know about them in the future for sure.
Yeah. From what I've heard, they're doing a lot of good things off the field.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to set up a women's team, trying to set up a junior team. So yeah, a new team on the scene. But let's see how they go. Oh, that's a full toss, flicked into the leg side. Is that going to be the first boundary of the day? It is. 4 runs.
And it's a no ball, Alan.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Double trouble.
It's a free hit. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Manish Kapil, the bowler. That's going to hurt. Manish, been around a while, sits on one of the committees for East Kanto, I believe.
Yeah, one of the veteran members of Tokyo Falcons.
So, free hit coming up. Where's this going? Oh, it's another full toss.
Okay, it's going all the way
to the leg side.
No.
1 bounce 4. Fielder at fine leg couldn't get round. Looking at the field, Manish has got a fine leg and the third man. Now, Sabarish, I'm watching him bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he needs a fine leg and a third man?
Probably fine leg is, I think, maybe a good thing, but I don't think he's got the pace to go to the third man.
Yeah. I might have that guy out on the cover boundary, perhaps.
Probably, yes.
He's got that one away for a dot ball. Touch wide, but safe enough. And what's coming? A good first over for the Titans.
You got 10 on the board already, and just 3 more balls to go.
Now, some people are coming in again. It's another full toss. It's going to be another boundary. 1 bounce, 4 over square leg. And I'll tell you what, Navjeet Thakur is looking like he's going to have a day out here.
Yeah, this is a very good start by Tokyo Titans. Aggressive on the first over, and they got 14 already. And I would say this is a poor start by Falcons, offering too many full tosses in the first over.
Yeah, paid for the pitch. Got to use it.
Another
That's
full toss.
Full. Now, a few people might be wondering why we are playing on the synthetic when you can see the beautiful turf wicket just across from it. Lots of rain overnight, bit of rain around yesterday. So the pitch has been decided not suitable for the morning game. Hopefully this afternoon the boys will be out there playing on the turf deck. But we have the option of the synthetic, so not bad to use it. Now, Sabarish, you've played on both of these decks quite a lot.
Yep.
Tell us the difference between playing on the synthetic and playing on the turf. Most people would refer to the bounce, I presume.
Yes, synthetic you can play through the line of the ball, and it's more, I would say, it comes onto the bat really nice. On turf wicket, you got to take your time and then just assess the wicket and then probably play to the merit of the ball. So value for shots is better in synthetic wicket, but on turf wicket you got to put your head down and then play to the ball. Yep. But turf wicket is always exciting, Alan. So it's gonna be really nice once we start using turf wickets.
Yeah, it's just practice bringing them up. We don't bring them up that often.
Yep.
Now, the second over, our viewers will notice the cameras haven't switched. Again, technical issues, apologies for that. Due to the late change of the pitch we were using, we had to move the sight screen, which the camera is fixed to, and in moving it, we've just lost a bit of the signal. That is having some running repairs done on it right now, and hopefully a little later in the innings we will be back to a full 3-camera setup. So apologies for that, and bear with us. Okay, so new bowler, that is cracked. That's a great shot. That's gone through the covers. It's going to run for 4. Dream start for the Titans here.
18 on the board already, and Abhishek Telang is the new bowler, so that was a really good shot.
It was a really good shot. Now, Abby's had a pretty good season from what I've seen.
Yes,
he's generally he takes a new ball for the Falcons. What's he do well, Sabarish?
He's a very smart bowler, I would say. He doesn't have the pace, but he has the skills, and he's a handy hitter down the order here. But he hasn't been playing cricket this season. He has been back and forth.
No, he's been in and out of the country.
Yeah.
Oh, beats the bat.
Just told you, yeah. Just adjusted his line and length. Smart bowling here.
So, this afternoon we mentioned you'll be on the turf, hopefully, all being well. Your team, the Tigers, taking on the Chiba Sharks, always a good game.
Yep.
What's the difference in terms of totals? What do you think is going to be a good total? You'd probably like to see a few more runs playing. That's how they go with that.
Smashed!
That is 6 over extra cover. That's a hell of a shot.
What a shot!
Chris Thurgate, the umpire, gets his arms in the air. He'll like that, be able to give his skin a bit of a breather with waving his arms around. But he has just backed away and creamed that over extra cover. Fielders just stood there watching. I think one of them even gave a little clap. So yeah, the synthetic with the better bounce, you can trust it a little bit more.
Yep.
Could see a bigger score on this ground in the morning.
Yes, I think so. Yep. And on turf wickets, as I said, you need to assess the wicket a bit. So probably turf wicket will be a low-scoring one. But on synthetic wickets, we can see a high-scoring one for sure. Yes.
What's your prediction? I'm going to put you on the spot.
With the way the Titans are going, I was expecting something around 130 to 140, but they have had a dream start. So yeah, let's see.
Pushing up towards 160?
Yeah, probably. But that is all we want to watch in T20. Some exciting hitting and exciting cricket. So let's hope the Titans entertain us with the batting, yeah?
Absolutely right. Okay. They're having a good crack at it, aren't they? And we should take this opportunity to welcome our viewers through the Fan Code app. It's the first time we've had the... oh my goodness, he's gone after that again. Sight screen's in danger.
That's a 6, Alan.
So they've gone the distance, just waiting for the umpire signal. Up it goes.
Yay.
6 more. Well, I've been sitting here talking up Abhi Talang, and he's getting absolutely walloped. Mandeep Singh joining the fun. This is becoming a great start for the Titans and a horror start for the Falcons. That being said, Falcons have got a fair few hitters in their team, so I don't think they'll be too worried just yet. Oh, that looks wide to me. Yep. Wide signalled. We're only in the second over and the wheels are coming off, Sabarish.
Yes, I think Falcons and...
Sorry, yeah, just going to say the wheels are coming off, mate. What do you think?
I mean, I don't think Falcons were expecting Titans to go all guns blazing. It's just the Titans have come out really positive. They have tried to play some attacking cricket in the first 2 overs, and they already got the score to 30 odd runs.
Yeah, it's great. Now, before that second massive 6, I was just in the middle of saying hello to all of our viewers in India through the FanCode app. Doing a little trial today with a new partnership with FanCode, hoping that we can get the Japan Cricket Association matches to a wider audience. So welcome if you're watching through that. Good to have you on board. And yeah, don't forget to follow us on social media, Twitter at Japan Cricket, Instagram Japan Cricket. Come and join the show, join the fan base. Now then, change of bowler? No, I think he's going to have another go.
Yeah, and they've changed the field.
That was probably pretty sensible. Yeah, they've got a long on.
Still don't see some sense in having a slip after
what we've just seen. They've now got a long on and that's kind of a backward deep square leg.
Square leg, yeah.
Which you'll probably need if you're going to bowl full tosses on leg stump. So, yeah, I can see the logic behind the field change. And Manish will be hoping he can actually land a few this time. Again, leg stump line. That guy down at fine leg's got some work to do, but they'll pick that one off.
Probably a 2 there now.
Now we may as well talk a little bit about this competition and how it's all run so far. These two teams, the Falcons, topped their group, top Group B. They had 2 no results, so a bit heavily rain affected this tournament so far. But that said, Falcons would have been tipped by most. That's looked like it's always got away with that. No wide signal, so a dot. Falcons tipped by many people to be the team that topped the group there, and indeed they did. But the surprise package in this group was the Rising Stars, who got through at the expense of Max Cricket Club. Having beaten them thanks to some big hitting from their skipper, Ubaidas. A single there as a misfield at point. And then the Titans snuck through courtesy of a win over the Wyverns. A bit of a depleted Wyvern side, I think. But that was disappointing from a Wyvern point of view. I know they were keen to get through this the knockout stages of this competition. So, yep, these two teams set up for the tournament. 4 groups of 4, 16 teams taking part. Knockout stages begin today. 8 teams here in the quarterfinals. And the 1st of October, finals day.
Yep.
And you'll be wanting to take part in that. So Barish, I know when we spoke on the first ever Japan Cricket podcast, you mentioned that this was a competition you very much would like to win, being as it's the first time it's run. That was a year ago, and we didn't get it off the ground last year. Yeah. But here we are, a year later, up and running, and the fire still burns. This is one you still want to get hold of?
Of course, any new tournament and you want to put your name up there to say that, yeah, Tigers were the first to win the JCL T20. So we are very much looking forward to that, yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Kapil comes in again. Well, he's found the block hole, I think, these last couple of balls of that over. It's a much better over as we come to the end of it.
I think some smart bowling from Manish on this over.
Just 3 from that over, yep. So a lot better. 34 for none after 3 overs still represents a terrific start for the Titans. Do you know much about the depth in their order? Who have they got to come in? Who's going to do damage down the order?
I think they have their captain, Anil, waiting to come in, and then they have Rasika, who is a handy all-rounder as well. So, yeah, they bat deep from what I've seen them in Division 2. They haven't done bad.
They do. It's not just the clothing they're wearing, but they do remind me a little bit of a sort of 4 or 5 years ago Alpha Quashers, with lots of people who do a bit of everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, in T20 cricket, of course, 20 off 10 is a lot more effective than 40 off 50. So let's see how they go. They've certainly set their stall out, aggressive. Navjeet Thakur with 14 off 8, whilst Mandeep Singh 18 off 11, 2 sixes. Abhi Talang's continuing, hoping for an improvement on his last over.
Yeah, he went for 16 runs in his first over, so you got to get back.
suppose we should also check in on the other game that's taking place today. Over on SICG 2, you might be able to see in the background occasionally when the camera pans out. We have the Alpha Quashers, who topped their group, up against the Paddy Foleys, surprise members in the quarterfinals. I think not many people tipped them to get through, but due to a really good win over the Tokyo Rangers, who've been on fire this season, they snuck into that second place. Paddy's currently 18 for 1 after 3 overs. Salman Khawaja is in over there, but an early breakthrough as Ashik Hussain was dismissed by the ever-consistent Gurman Singh. No doubt, full nicking away.
I can imagine
clipped into the slips, I suspect, is a classic Gurman dismissal. So, yep, Abhi's Talang here started off all right this over. The shots are coming. It's a swing and a miss, though. All of a sudden, after those bright first 2 overs, screws are being turned a bit more now. I think perhaps they got a bit excited, and now they're trying to hit every ball for 6 rather than actually knuckling down and keeping. When you've got off to such a good start, going at 17 and over for your first 2 overs, you know, 1 boundary and over and a couple of singles, and you're laughing. But with the bowlers being under pressure, that pressure is now just slightly being transported back to the batters, although a wide there from Abhi Talang just lets this pressure off a tiny bit.
Just feel Titans have been trying to be over-aggressive in the last 2 overs, just trying to hit every ball.
Trying to hit the ball too hard, it seems. Oh dear, wide again. Well, commentator's curse. Every time I say anything good about Abhi Talang, it all goes to pot. Now, watching on the stream, one of the things that stands out is the wicketkeeper. Sarfaraz Petkar behind the stumps today, wearing number 190. Can you any insight into that?
I haven't seen him score. I haven't seen him score 190 in Japan.
No, I haven't either. I'm wondering if that's his highest score or if that's his age. Oh, cheap shot. I don't mean it, Sarfaraz.
But he's going to remember that, Alan.
Well, he's in good shape. I have no idea how old Sarfaraz is actually, but he's in good shape. And, you know, he doesn't need to be fixed. He doesn't bat for that long. He scores all his runs and leaves. Anyway, that's the end of the 4th over. Again, just 3 from it. So 37 for none. It's still a solid start, but I am expecting a change of bowler now. Sabarish, of course, one thing I haven't mentioned is you are, of course, a member of the Japan national squad.
Yep.
Named in the squad last year. Quiet year last year. Not much going on, thanks to a certain pandemic. But this year, bit more happening. And some stuff on the horizon. Squad due to be named very soon for the ICC T20 qualifiers, hosted here in Sano. I'm sure you're looking forward to that announcement.
Yeah, very much.
How are you feeling about that tournament, and how excited are you about hopefully pulling on the shirt and representing Japan?
That's going to be a dream, right? Anyone who's playing cricket in Japan, I think representing a country, representing Japan in particular, it's going to be a dream. And that too, playing in front of the Japanese crowd is going to be even more exciting with the home crowd support. So I think, pretty exciting times for Japan cricket.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably worth just mentioning your own journey. When did you come to Japan?
So I was in Japan from 2015.
Yep, so you had to do 6 years in Japan before you got called up to the national squad.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. First wicket of the day.
Change in bowling.
Change of bowling's worked right away, and again, it's a huge swing. No sizing the bowler up, no having a look. A big heave into the leg side. Missed it. Stump splattered. Trudges home. So, the end of a good start for the Titans. But the Falcons will be actually quietly pleased with how things have progressed in these last 13 balls now. So the new bowler
is Dev Mishra.
Is Dev Mishra.
Yep.
Dev helps out with a bit of umpiring. A good man to have around. And he will be feeling $1 million after that. So yeah, 6 years before you were called up into the national squad. So the new batter coming in. The captain, Anil Chandraya. coming in at number 3, wearing number 7 on his back, and you were just talking him up. But yeah, Sabarish, it's not just a case of you can fly into Japan and score a couple of runs and get picked for the national squad, is it? You had to work pretty hard to earn that call up, and Player of the Year, what, twice before you got the call up? 3 times?
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Come on, get it right, Curry. 3 times, and score of many 100, taking a few wickets these days as well, the odd catch. So yeah, you had to earn it. When you did earn it, once you got that call and you came out for your first training session, how was it? Did it feel good to be part of those players, part of that group, or was it a bit weird to begin with?
Just getting named into the national squad was, again, it was a dream, and then it had to sink in when I got the announcement. So, but now there's no looking back, and we have been having really good training sessions this year, and the squad is, I would say, it has been the best from what I have seen in Japan. So
It's a strong squad.
And I think the boys are pretty much looking forward to the tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, 15th of October, that one will kick off, so do tune in and watch that. Okay, Mishra's coming in again over the wicket, another big swing, and yeah, it's wide. Batsman's got away with that a little bit, to be honest. Looking at the field, he's gone back to a third man and a fine leg. No one out behind the bowler. But he's bowling pretty straight. So if you're targeting the stumps, batsman will be eyeing up that leg side. Be looking at that mid-wicket area, wouldn't you? It's pretty vacant.
Interestingly, they have only one field out
Yeah.
of the 30-yard circle. So
Yeah.
a little bit surprised with the field
that
side.
fine leg could definitely drop.
That's a big.
Well, perhaps that's a... What do you think? Do you think that's a mistake by the captain, or a decision to try and put the squeeze on after the fast start that the Titans got?
I think it is a conscious decision to keep the fine leg inside the circle, because I've seen this being done by Falcons. in the
Yeah,
past.
this is a regular tactic of theirs, isn't
Yeah.
it? Well, there you go.
Still letting the single go. With the
Yeah, you
field
see,
leg.
I was always told you're either catching, saving 1, saving 4, or nowhere.
Yep.
So they've just taken a single to him, so he is officially nowhere. Got to be tight if you're on that circle. Cut the single off. That was a little bit too easy for the Titans, but yeah, as we said, the Falcons will be pleased with the way they're coming back into this. I think if I was them, I'd be thinking about what to do once the end of the power play. We've got another over after this, of course. How's their spin attack?
Falcons have a couple of slow bowlers, I would say.
Slow bowlers rather than spinners?
Yeah. I think they have Ankit Chawla,
Yes.
who's an off spinner. Yeah, he is playing today.
Well, that's the end of the 5th over, and again, just 2 runs from it. So after 34 from the first 2, we have seen 8 from the next 3. 39 for 1, 5 overs gone. So Barish, at this point I'm going to say thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll bring you back in a little bit later. But a good 5 over stint. And I'm going to welcome into the hot seat a teammate of Sabarish's, a man who's been around the Japan cricket scene for a while, the hero of the Tigers' inaugural JCL title win, Manoj Bhardwaj. Manoj.
Hello, Alan. Thank you very much for
Welcome.
the kind words.
Yeah, good to have you here, mate. Now, you've been taking it a bit easy this season. I haven't seen you've been playing a bit more in Division 2,
Yeah.
but you're here today. We obviously probably don't want to let the guys know what your team is yet, but are you going to be running around this afternoon?
Yes. Sure.
Oh, Stump's gone.
What a ball!
Stump's gone everywhere.
And I think as a captain,
That is... Well, he's just missed it. And it is the captain. Anil is gone.
I think he played a straight ball.
It's kind of left arm over, and it's just gone across him and clipped off Stumps. So he's not really lined himself up very well.
Yeah.
And he's looking at his bat as he walks off. I'm not sure it's the bat's fault. The bat can't be any wider. But no, this pressure that the Falcons have been asserting over the last 3 is starting to pay dividends now. Such a good start for the Titans, and a lot of that good work being undone. So anyway, are we gonna see you running around a bit later on, mate?
Yeah.
You're going to be out there?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Now, T20, not traditionally your game, but are you playing more as an off-spinning all-rounder?
Medium pace all-rounder.
Medium pace all-rounder.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I saw you tweaking it a few times. That was just so I was watching your change-up a bit too closely. But yeah, I mean, the Tigers, as Sabarash was saying earlier, be targeting this competition. And for you, you've been around with the club for, goodness, long old time.
Yeah, now it's 8 years now.
8 long years. And you've seen things change quite a lot in your time in Japan cricket.
Yeah, obviously. In the ground, we are sitting here and watching this match on a beautiful ground. 8 years ago, it was totally different ground. So I have seen the
Well, there was only one of them for a start 8 years ago. We've got 2 grounds in there.
Yeah, 2 ground. The condition, the level, everything has changed in a good way. So, yeah, it's lots of effort from JCA and from the support from the Sano also to bring these changes.
Yeah, absolutely. Karan Kumar is a new batter. So we'll find out a little bit how he goes.
Played with straight bat.
Straight to the man at short extra cover.
I have a point here. Like when we started, when Titans started their inning, they, in 2 overs they were 34, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
30 plus. So they were aggressive for sure, but I think Falcon didn't bowl well.
No, there were a couple of knee-high full tosses on leg stump, which were freebies, really.
Yes. So more than Titans, making those runs, I think Falcons gave away those runs.
Oh, you're a harsh critic.
And after
you've still got to score them. You've still got to hit the ball over the rope.
No, that is.
I take your point, though.
Yeah, what I want me to say is that after 2 overs, when they, get their length and line right, then it's difficult for Titans to, score runs.
Sabarash was mentioning that Abhi Talang bowling here has been not played as much this year as he has done in previous seasons. And perhaps a bit of rust in that first over, which went for 17, was a little costly. But he does seem to have settled into his rhythm now.
Yeah.
He's not giving a lot away. A wicket and 3 dots so far in this over, and that's another dot.
Oh.
So, these guys are digging a bit of a hole for themselves. Mandeep Singh, who made such a fast start.
Yeah.
He was 18 off 11. He's 18 off 16 now. So
I have not seen him on the strike.
no, he's been starved a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, when he has had it, he hasn't done anything with it for the last 5 balls. It's the last ball of the power play. Oh,
unnecessary.
That's so unnecessary.
Yeah.
And it goes down against the keeper. I think that'll go down as 2 byes. There's chaos out there. Ball's being flung around. Sarfaraz nearly lost his head. Wicketkeeper and fielder having a few words. So, well, it will still go down as a maiden. It's been given as 2 runs on the score sheet, but I'm pretty sure that's 2 byes. Was that signalled? I missed it. I wasn't looking at the umpire.
Even I missed it. It's a bat.
It was bat. Okay, so
Okay.
denied him the maiden.
Yeah, but
Sure,
in
Abhi will
any
be
form of cricket,
furious
you
about
need
that.
to take singles, right?
Of course.
You
of
need to
course.
take singles, and the.
So in the men's national squad, we talk about activity rate.
Okay.
So the number of runs scored per 100 balls. So scoring shots.
Okay.
And even in a T20 game, you're looking at scoring shots being up at around 60 to 65. So you can have dot balls. Dot balls are okay.
Yeah.
But when you're scoring, the higher your activity rate is, if you're scoring off 80 balls, then a number of those are going to be boundaries.
Yes.
You're going to get a big score, right?
Yeah.
But if you're only scoring off 40, then you're not helping yourself. So, trying to keep the thing ticking over. There's certain players can get away with it. Someone like Sarfaraz who can go 666
Yeah.
if he wants to. But if you're not that type of player, you've got to make sure you get the runs. Now, the power play is over and the field is the same. So there are still only 2 players out. No, there is a 3rd player out. Sorry, there's a long on.
Yeah.
There's a long on, a third man,
man.
and is fine leg back.
Yeah, he's going back now.
He's going back. Yeah, so they've got 3 out, which shows that the Titans are under pressure. 41 for 2. Sorry.
he's not that quick, but the good thing he's doing is he's bowling wicket to wicket.
Bowling straight, isn't
Yeah.
he?
You.
There we go. He's got hold
there's
of
a
one.
chance here.
It's going to go over his head.
Oh, it's
That's
a
6. Fielder was looking at it, hopefully, and it just kept on looking. Sailed over his head. Almost into his teammates. So, having not had anything happen for a while, Mandeep Singh has walloped one over cow corner.
Yeah, he plays like this only. Like I've seen in Division 2. So he's an aggressive batsman. I think he should continue playing like this.
Well, as we were saying, you know, Dev's bowling wicket to wicket. He's not doing a lot with it. The ball's not moving around much. So there's opportunities there. Now that's cut straight to point, so there won't be any runs there. You have to reach for that a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, there's talk of him bowling wicket to wicket, and he throws one wide outside off stump. What do we know, Manoj?
I think that's a change.
Yeah,
Yeah,
catch
he's
him
just
out.
trying to mix it up, so that the Mandeep is a very good hitter, clean hitter.
And they finally got rid of that slip. So another man's going out. Another man deep on the leg side. Now,
Cow corner.
They
I
are-
guess.
they're pretty close together, those two fielders out here on the leg side. Not sure if you need both of them. And he's smeared that through the offside.
What a outstanding
So-
shot.
Absolutely swatted through sort of extra cover, wide extra cover. And that's run all the way for 4. So aggression. This is good. This is what they need. They needed a bit of a counterpunch, didn't
Yes.
they? It's been like a boxing match. Teams trading blows. First 2 overs was all Titans. The next 4 overs was all Falcons. And now Titans are off the ropes, throwing a few punches of their own.
But if you have this kind of field, then why are you bowling short outside the off stump?
Yeah. Bowler and captain perhaps not perfectly aligned. I mean, for me, there you go. That's high in the air. Are they going to catch it? Is man, no.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I thought they were going to leave it to each other then, but that catch is taken. We'll get the catcher's name
Yeah, I think
shortly.
Ankit Chawla.
Ankit Chawla is the catcher.
And Dev once again has taken the wicket. So both the wicket has taken by Dev Mishra.
Yeah, so keep the boxing going. The Falcons have thrown a punch of their own, and it's landed. Smack between the nose. The danger man, who was looking to get going, has been removed. A new batsman,
I guess it's Bhupinder Sharma.
Bhupendra Sharma, number 17. Welcome to the party, pal.
So 2 new batters at the crease right now.
Yeah, 2 new batters. Yeah, it's never really what you want, is it? 2 new batters. Okay, these guys, 51 for 3. I mean, it's still a decent start.
Yeah.
You know,
6.5, 50 for 3. Yeah.
despite the 10 runs that have come off this over so far. I think neither team will be unhappy, but I do think that the Falcons have got the
1 extra wicket.
they've got the bit between their teeth. I think they've got the momentum.
Yeah.
That dismissal of Mandeep Singh has definitely swung things back their favour. If we were watching on Sky Sports or wherever, and we had the win predictor,
Yeah.
where would you be? You'd be sort of 70-30 with the Falcons at this point, or are you thinking it's more even than that?
I think it's 60-40.
Yeah, you still think it's
Yeah. Falcon 60.
I actually don't know much about the Titans bowlers, so that will be when we find out. You never know a good score until both teams are batted, isn't that right, Manoj?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Now, Manoj, tell me how you keep yourself busy. Obviously, you've been running the Tigers, one of the committee members there for a long time. What are the positives and what are the challenges of running a club in Japan? Putting you on the spot there.
Firstly, the challenges are, playing cricket in Japan needs two things for sure. One is money, secondly your time. And
Abhi Talang's going to bowl out here. He's bowling his fourth over.
Yeah.
After that first over got tonked, he's come back all right. So yes, money and time.
Yeah, that's you have to put in.
It's a difficult combination to find people with both of those, isn't it?
Yes, that's why I think I
have neither.
Yeah.
It's a leading edge.
Yeah.
Set out to man in the circle at cover, but they've gone through for a single.
And the positive is that very well in Japan, nothing changes. Like you need something, some hobbies, something to keep yourself busy in weekends, during the weekends. So yeah, I started cricket when, I was in early 30s.
Yeah, it's quite common that people here, the non-Japanese players often come back into the game around 30, whereas the Japanese players are all just disappear and don't come back. They play a lot in their student days, and if we lose them, it's very hard to get them back. Whereas, I spoke to Chris Bain, who didn't pick up cricket again until he was 50.
Yeah.
But we do try and cater for everyone. That's a wide. Do try and cater for everyone out here, and that with Division 1, 2 and 3, you can find your level. There's even talk of trying to get a 4th division going at some point in the not too distant future. I'm not sure we've got enough grounds for that. But with the Japan Cup, the JCL T20 and various other competitions, there's something for everyone, right?
Yeah, now it's like too many teams, too many competitions. So I think whoever
comes,
like non-Japanese from, so they can enjoy their weekends and the hobbies. They can keep themselves fit also, because it takes a lot to play 40 overs. So Abhi Delang.
Yeah.
I guess his last over.
This will be his last over. Yeah, 40 overs. I gave up 40 over cricket some years ago. I even gave up umpiring 40 over cricket. It's too long. It's too long, and in Japan it's too hot.
I think playing is more better than umpiring 40 overs.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. You actually get to move around.
Yeah.
Now, I've been meaning to have a look at the other game and find out what's going on over there. Let's get onto the Japan Cricket app, which everyone can download. That's a good place to follow the scores. And Paddy Foley's still ticking over, actually.
Yeah.
That's just gone down to one long off, one bounce, taken by the fielder, just a single. Paddy Foley's 58 for 1 after 8 overs. Prashant Kale, 19 off 11 with 2 sixes. Prashant, in his final season, he was telling me today, he's officially hanging up the bat and the gloves at the end of this season.
For T20 or 40?
Well, I think altogether.
Oh.
By the sounds of it. Oh, is that a nick? Well, they're all up.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And he is very reluctantly walking off. He's chased a wide one. Karan Kumar, and it's the keeper, Sarfraz Petkar, showing those young legs and agility, moving easily to his right, snaffling the catch. Kumar's got to go.
So after starting not a good start for Abhishek Telang, he came back.
He's going to be finishing this spell with pretty handy figures, I reckon, in the end. Now that he's got his reward. He's got 1 ball to go, and he's currently taken 2 for 27. No, is that it? That was the over. That was the last ball of the over, so he's got 2 for 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 56 for 4 after 8.
Yeah, for a bowler who is bowling in a power play, front, new ball, with this figure, I think he should be the happy man.
Yeah, he's strayed a bit as well. He's bowled a few wides in that spell. So it could have been even better for him. He's bowled 5 wides. So we need to factor in that. He's bowled a whole other over.
Dave Mishra is continuing, I guess.
So who's our new batsman?
New batsman 20. I think
Rasika Chandimal.
Yeah.
Wearing number 27. Just looking at our mate Bhupendra Sharma's shirt. He's got Kuki in the back of his shirt. Kuki? It's a bit odd, isn't it? Oh, caught straight to the fielder.
Dave Mishra,
who's
the golden arm.
Who's the catcher?
I think Sanket. Sanket is the catcher.
Looks like Sanket Pandari.
Yeah.
That was a sharp catch. It was hit pretty hard to him.
Yeah, the ball was up. There was ball to be driven, but unfortunately he couldn't keep it down. So Falcons lost their
Fifth wicket.
fifth wicket. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
This is trouble now.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it.
See, they started very well. They were cruising at one point. Then suddenly there were breaks and they couldn't take single also. So the thing I was saying that you have to rotate the strike.
Got to keep the scoreboard ticking over.
Even though you are not getting boundaries, odd boundaries here and there, still make 6 run over, 5 run over, 7 run over. That is very important. And
Yeah, even if you have a bad over, you still take 4 from it. And if you have a good over, you get 1 boundary away, then you're 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. So singles are very important.
So we have another new batter. We're coming and going pretty quickly here. This one is Rahul Kedkar, number 1 on his shirt, I'm told. So suddenly, the Titans are in danger of not batting out their overs. 56 for 5. How things have changed. Dev Mishra in again. Chopped into the ground. No run there. So Manoj, back to our chat about money and time. You've been putting in a fair bit of both
Yeah.
for the cause of the Falcons. Not just that, of course. You sit on the disciplinary committee.
Yeah.
And you do a bit of umpiring in your time as well.
Yeah.
So how does your wife feel about all of that?
I think
Oh, that
now
was a half
she-
chance. Driven back at the bowler, but safe enough. I'll take a single. Yeah.
No, in starting
is
she was
she a cricket widow?
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hasn't quite lost you completely, but, you know.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
most of the time.
She has given up.
Yes.
That's why I took a break this year because I was running, continuously for 7 years.
Mm.
So I thought to take a break, and Division 1 is a competitive cricket. So just go down to Division 2, have my time,
Yeah.
with my friends.
Yeah, I think in Division 2, Division 3, it can be. I mean, you still want it to be good and competitive, but you don't have to be. Oh, hello.
Oh, that's
That's
a
6.
wonderful shot.
That's gone miles. That has pulled backward of square. They've got a man out down there at sort of a square fine leg, but sailed over his head.
Rasika,
So, well,
what a shot he played.
that's
The
one
ball
way.
was
That's
short.
one way to get yourself going.
Yeah, the ball was short too, and the shot was on. So Dave is bowling his 3rd over, and he has taken 3 wickets for 23 runs, I guess. Again, a short
That's
ball.
wide, but that is threaded past the man at point. Wide third man will cut that off. They're going to come back for a couple.
Yeah, good running. See, in this over, they have not taken that much of risk, but still they have scored runs. 1 boundary, 1 couple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You get 1-6 away, then everything else is a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
And suddenly you're looking at an over that could be 10, 12, 15 if you get another boundary away. So the boundary early in the over really takes the pressure off, doesn't it?
Oh.
That's just blocked. Absolutely dead batted. That's a shot Manoj would be proud of.
Yeah, I'm feeling happy. So 9 overs.
So 9 from that over, and with 9 overs gone, 65 for 5. I mean, where do they go from here? We're approaching the halfway. You've got to be looking at. They can't afford to be losing too many more wickets now. So, do these guys try? I mean, it doesn't look like Rasika's going to be bedding in and taking it easy, but do they just try and make sure they don't lose any more wickets for the next 5-6 overs, and then go hard in the last 5, and aim for a score of 130?
Yeah, I think that should be the.
I mean, I think that's the minimum they're going to need.
Yeah.
I think anything less than 130, and they're going to.
The Falcons have a very good batting lineup.
Well, there's a lot of power hitters in there, aren't
Yeah, so 130 minimum you need, but from 65 to 130, as you mentioned, like in next, let's say 4 to 5 overs, head down, make 6 run, 7 and 8 run over without taking too much of risk, and in last 5 overs you can go for big shots.
Yeah.
Because you have only half of the team is already, back in the
Back in the
pavilion.
hutch.
Yeah.
Now, Abhi Talang has bowled out his
Sanket is the
his
new
overs.
bowler.
So Sanket Pandari, the new bowler, been limbering up. He's had a good season.
Oh, short
Scored a half century and took a fifer a few weeks ago in the same game.
ball.
Don't see that very often in Division 1. So, yeah, he's been enjoying himself and he's started pretty well there. On the money. Dot ball.
So the field for Sanket is like,
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? We've got a fine leg down here who's very fine. There's still a third man. That is up.
oh,
That's going to go wide of the fielder.
Oh,
That's going to be 1 bounce and 4, I think.
or it's 6.
Umpire's waiting for the signal. I reckon that landed. No, he's given
Oh,
it.
it's a 6, yeah.
I thought that landed just inside the rope, but the signal's up. 6 runs given. So, yeah, this fella, well, both of them now have struck maximums. Raska Chandamal and
Rahul Khedkar.
Rahul Khedkar. 6 over extra cover.
Yeah, very good shot from Rahul. Ball was
Just backed away, freed his arms. Yeah, we're just looking at the field. They do have a man out there at deep
Yeah.
extra cover, but didn't get near that one.
oh,
Now he's just run that down to third man, so that'll be a comfortable single. We've got a man out at deep mid off as well, and a deep long on. So they're 5 out, which is working around from where we are. Fine leg right in front of us, third man, deep extra cover, long off and long on. So no one out on the boundary on the leg side. So, and again, there's a guy in at sort of wide, short mid wicket, but anything short or anything on leg stump is 3 runs for these batters. So Sanket's going to be disciplined with what he bowls. And that's just looking for that leg side space, but that's just
I think with this kind
Pushed.
of field, you have to bowl.
That's a leg
off stump,
bye.
Off stump.
you
off
have
stump.
to, yeah. You can't bowl too straight.
Yeah.
Good batsman's. I mean, if I was the batsman, I'm looking to step to one side,
Yeah.
open up that leg side, and get some freebies. 7 runs from the over so far. Which when you factor in the big 6 is a decent effort. There'll be an appeal there. I don't think that's going to be given.
Height
It's
saved him.
too high, yeah. Scampered through, leg by again. Well, these two, they're not hiding. The 2 Titans batters, they're having a go at it, aren't they? Having a dart. Sanket's going to come in again. And that'll be a dot. Dropped into the offside, and sort of gully fielder's picked it up, tried to throw it in with all he's got, and has thrown it directly at his own feet. So perhaps not his finest moment, but have a bit of a laugh about it. 10 overs gone, 74 for 5. So some people will be saying they should be aiming at 150. I reckon that's optimistic personally, but we said before that they might well be able to back that up with a deep batting lineup. Manoj, thank you for joining me for these 5 overs.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you
We're
very much.
going to welcome Sabarish back into the hot seat. And I'm going to take a breather as well. And in the anchor chair, I'm going to pass over to community cricket manager and Japan national team coach, Dougal Bedingfield.
Thanks, Alan. Great to be here today, and good to be commentating with you, Sabarish.
Hey Dougal, morning.
Yep. Just a minor collapse here from the Tokyo Titans. Oh, that's hit high into the air. Is that going to make it? Oh! Dev Mishra at long off. It was an interesting attempt. He Can we see the replay of that?
It was a tough one.
It was a tough chance. It just had the legs, and he just kind of reached over the boundary line and just couldn't quite hang on to it. Followed up by a single through the covers. So, yeah, good start to the over.
They're targeting the new bowler. So, you have Shailaj Lal bowling his first over. But that's a really good shot. Really good shot for a boundary.
He's been impressive, Chandamal, since he walked to the crease. Started with a 6 off his first ball. And followed up there with a textbook sweep shot through backward square leg. And finds himself on 12 after just 6 balls.
I would say the field is a little bit surprising with the spinner bowling in and then 4 fielders on the offside in the circle. You got to keep your lines right.
Well, with that field, he has to really have the ball outside off stump. He's bowling without any cover behind square leg on the onside to the short boundary. So he's really going to have to hang it outside that off stump. See an example of that, just missed by the keeper Sarfraz, and they scamper through for a bye. But a good little fight back here from the Titans, I must say.
Yeah, they were in trouble at one stage at 56 for 5, and then I would say they have done a really good job counter-attacking. Again,
That's
impressive.
another great sweep shot. Well, this is going to have to prompt a field change, I would imagine, from the captain Kuldeep. End of the over, but
very good over for the Titans. 13 coming off it and 87 for 5 in 11 overs.
yeah, and suddenly that pendulum just swings back again. I was listening to Alan talk about his what was the thing he was talking about, the winometer or the and just swinging back in the Titans' favour here. They're going at 8 and over.
Yep.
If they can just keep this momentum going and finish with, I don't know, 160, 170 even, it's a very challenging chase.
They got 17 of the last over. Apologies for that. 91 already on the board, Dougal. So this is looking really good for the Titans. They have still 9 overs to go. That's a wide ball. I think Sanket will be a key here for the Falcons to restrict the Titans. He's had a really good season this year.
He's had a good season. He's a wily customer with the bat and the ball.
Straight to the fielder. Scamper through for a single.
Just on the 30-yard circle and allowing that single there. Again, with quite a strong offside field, the Falcons going with. Just 3 on the onside, which is quite unusual for this stage in a 2020 game.
Yeah. For a T20 game, yeah.
Oh!
That was a ripper.
Well, he's thrown in a bouncer. Possibly caught Chanamal by surprise there. Can't help but think that the hook shot might have been on there with with that strong offside field.
I think the batsman was surprised to see that.
I think he
ball,
was
yeah.
surprised. Again, a very straight line. Ketka over the offside, and that's gone all the way to the short boundary at cover. What a shot.
That was a really good shot over the covers.
Keeka strong through the offside, and we've got a strong offside field set too by the Falcons, but he's just decided to take it on and go over the man at extra cover boundary. Oh wow! That's a very casual one-handed catch at backward point there.
That was a good.
That's Siddharth at backward point just needed the one hand.
I think a much needed wicket for the Falcons to break the momentum. Titans already getting 100 on the board.
I think Ketka might be heading back to the sheds, just wondering if he could have employed the pull or the hook shot there. Again, aimed at the neck area. Not much cover on the leg side field. And he's just tried to kind of ramp it over that short third man. And it ended up just popping up a catch to Siddharth at backward point.
Yeah. I think he just forgot to use his both hands.
I only need one hand.
Yeah, as long as he takes it, I don't think the Falcons would mind. That's a very important wicket because he was going really well, got 22 of 13 balls and some impressive hitting. So that was a much needed wicket for the Falcons.
Oh, Siddharth almost grabs another one with the one hand. Wow.
That's
Takuri, the new batsman of the crease, and gives a little half chance first ball. But as you were saying, very important wicket. The partnership was 44 runs off only 22 balls.
that was very impressive hitting from both the batsmen. And I think still Titans, if they can just keep the scorecard ticking and then target the right balls, I think they can get a decent score on the board. They got 100 on the board already.
Another important partnership though, the 6 down. If they can maintain this 8 run and over rate, they will end up with their 160, 170. But they can't afford to keep losing wickets.
I think Rasika Chandimal is going to be a key for the Titans to hold them together. He has been hitting really well.
Now the bowler is
Changed.
Shubham, number 23. We haven't seen him yet today.
It's a really good shot. Just for a one.
He doesn't look short on confidence, the new batsman Thakuri. Shubham, yet another Falcons medium pacer, just coming on, bowling that consistent line and length. Oh, wow. Nice delivery. Just hangs it out there on that 4th, 5th stump. Razika plays and misses.
I think it's important for the Titans to just keep the scorecard ticking, not let the wicket take the momentum away from the counter attack they had.
Yeah, and that's an example of what they need to do a little bit more of. We've seen plenty of fireworks from the Titans, but yeah, those quick singles really keep the momentum going.
That was a very cheeky single from Rasika. Smart, I would say. And we have Raj Shai Takuri on strike, who has been looking to smash it from ball 1.
It's a very good delivery there. Very full and just hugging that offside wide line. You see that a lot in 2020 cricket, and if you can execute those, certainly in the last 10 overs, you're doing very well.
Yeah, I think that is some smart bowling from Shubham. Again.
Yeah, just fails to field off his own bowling and allows the single.
It's been very impressive so far, just conceding 3 runs of 5 balls. Just keeping it full, outside off. Very difficult to hit.
Yeah, looks to be a T20 specialist to me. Oh, that's a full toss.
I think that's
expertly guided too, by the way, with the reverse. And
that's a no ball.
We've got a call of no ball from umpire Natarajan.
That was smart from Rasika, just guiding it to the third man boundary.
Well, it was premeditated by the look of it, and the bowler obliged by bowling exactly where he wanted it. And that's really taken the shine off this over, unfortunately.
See, commentator's curse. Just calling it a good over. He's conceded 5 for that delivery.
Plus the free hit. It's hit pretty well, but should be cut off. Yeah.
That's a really good
but
stop.
They'll get 2.
That's Ankit Chawla in the boundary.
He's done well to save the boundary.
Yeah, that's over. And it wasn't a bad over. Got 10 runs of it. 111 for 6 of 13 overs.
Well, just hurt by that. You've got to close out your overs. And when you allow essentially 7 runs off the last ball of the over with the 5 no ball plus the 2, it really, really hurts you. So Titans right in this game, up to their neck.
With the start Titans had, we were discussing something about 150, 160. I think it is very much on at this stage. They have 7 more overs to go. They got 111 on the board already.
Quick update from ground 2. Paddy Foley's are 79 for 3 after 14 overs. They've really slowed down. Khawaja Selman anchoring the innings is on 38 off 46 balls. Usually known for his hitting. He's really trying to anchor this innings. I'm just worried the Paddy Foleys might not have enough runs.
That was a good bouncer by Sanket. Again, I think it's working for him, the short balls. Really good run from the Titans here. Just keeping the scorecard ticking.
Just from a coaching perspective, Subarish, I'm going to encourage the Titans to get into the nets and practice those pulls and hooks. I want to take full advantage of those short balls on the synthetic wicket.
Yeah, especially when you don't have cover in the deep.
Oh, that's a great throw. Looks like it's going to be not out. Natarajan unmoved at square leg, but an excellent piece of fielding, and the result is 1 overthrow.
Yeah, I think that was a really good throw. This was too tight to make a call.
Yeah, we don't have the third umpire.
Yeah.
But it would be an interesting one to look at. The result is 2 runs, and Razika Chandamal, 27 off 14, doing an excellent job for the Titans here.
That's the line you don't want to bowl, especially with the field. Falcons are leaking runs here.
It's a much better line. I sense the Falcons just are going to back themselves to chase whatever total that the Titans put up. They bat down very low, sometimes all the way to 11. And I think they'll just fancy themselves to just chase that 160, 170. Oh, there's the attempted pull shots, and it goes over the keeper's head off a top edge. Just a bit late on that one.
I think when you have the likes of Sarfraz, Sanket, you got to back yourself to chase down the target.
The captain Kuldeep as well will probably bat in the top 3 and go pretty hard.
Very good slower ball. Wasn't a bad over from Sanket. Conceding 5 of that. Titans are 116 for 6 in 14 overs. Looks like Shubham is going to have another go. He wasn't bad in his first over, apart from the last delivery which he bowled. He was pretty impressive, bowling it full.
Well, the Cricket Club's algorithm is giving us a projected score of 166. Is that going to be enough, Sabarish?
I would say it's a really good score, but I would still back Falcons to take that. But I don't think it's going to be easy to get to 166.
Chandimal with another quick single off a bunt. Yeah, I'd probably back the Falcons in to chase 166.
If Rasika can bat through, then they have very much every chance to make 166. That's very good bowling.
Just a missed opportunity there from the Curry. 4 off 7. Probably just needs to get his partner on strike here. Oh, he's hit that well.
Impressive shot. That's huge.
And that is crashed onto the little seating area where his teammates are sitting. That's a big 6 from Takuri.
He just heard you, Dougal.
He heard the commentators urging him to push those singles,
Yeah.
and he's reacted with a massive 6. Just bowled that one into his swing zone, I think, there, Shubham.
Came back
And
really
gets
well.
the single. What do you think of this tactic bowling around the wicket at this stage of the innings, Sabarish?
Firstly, I don't understand the logic behind bowling around the wicket, but if you're going to bowl around the wicket, I think the angle takes it outside off. So probably that is what the bowler is thinking, just to take it outside off where they don't give the batsman the room to swing.
Attempted ramp. That was much better bowling.
I think this is what the bowler is looking to do, but the margin of error when you're bowling around the wicket is too low, and anything in the batsman's zone is going to get punished.
Excellent bowling again. He's got the last 2 right. And we finish the over with 2 dots.
That's smart bowling, I would say. So after 15 overs, the Titans are 124 for 6.
Again, we had the one big hit that over, but also 3 dots. So just a little bit of a missed opportunity there. As I'm joined in the commentary box by Alan Kerr, back again.
Yeah, I've got to sit in the sidekick chair. It's quite comfortable. I can kind of relax and you can just run the show, Dukes, and I'll just chip in with words of wisdom. I've got lots of them.
Okay, so you've just pivoted to special comments.
Exactly that.
I see.
About the bowling around the wicket thing. I think at this stage in the game, don't you think the Falcons are better off looking to try and bowl them out? And bowling right arm around, you're basically taking one mode of dismissal out. You're not going to get any LBWs.
You are.
Don't you think you'd be better off at this point finishing the Titans off?
That's a very short ball, and umpire Thurgate
Doesn't know what to do.
is unmoved. Not a wide.
It is a wide.
It is a wide after all.
He looked a bit bemused there. He was actually scratching his head for a moment.
I think you've got to be flexible. I don't think you want to lock in any given tactic across the 6 balls of your over at this point. Oh, and that's out.
That's some bails dislodged.
Sanket Pandari rattles the stumps, top of off.
It's his second of the day.
And that is
Thakuri was just
end
starting
of
to get
Thakuri.
going, wasn't he? There's a big heave. There's been a bit of a theme with this Titan side of when they swing really hard. I'm not sure they're always looking to time it, but when they connect, it's been going a pretty long way. So 7 down. What do you think? I think there's, like I said, if I'm the Falcons, I'm looking to finish this innings off.
So walking to the crease, we have number 15.
Looks like
or 16 even.
Afroz Khan, I think.
Yeah, that's Afroz Khan. Can bat.
Yeah, handy player coming in at 9.
Very handy number 9. I wonder what his role will be here. One would think he'd just be trying to get his partner Chandimal on strike.
Whilst there's a little break, I know we've been checking in on the Paddy Foley score. They are now 95 for 5 after 16.2 overs. So
They've fallen in a hole there.
Yeah.
I'm almost going to call that as a win to the Quashers.
yeah, I think they're in a bit of trouble.
Who's done the damage for the Alpha Quashers with the ball?
As always, wickets shared around. 4 different wicket takers and a run out.
Lovely Yorker there, first up from Sanket, and we have a dot ball. Chandimal perhaps getting a little bit frustrated there at the non-striker's end.
Sanket Pandara, as I mentioned, having a good season. Pretty key player for the Falcons, who have flattered to deceive a little bit in the 40-over stuff, so they will be eyeing up this competition as a real opportunity.
Well, Afroz here is just pulled out a textbook forward defensive shot. And
Doesn't want his
again-
team getting bowled out, mate.
No, it could be the plan. Let's get through this over of the danger man.
Protect your net run rate in the knockout stages.
Well, you got to play for the red ink sometimes. The not out.
The not out. Yeah, well, they are definitely a little bit worried, I think, by Sanket's bowling. This is his final over, isn't it? So, 2 for 23 at this stage. He's having a good day, He may well have part to play with the bat as well. Yep, not a lot of aggression on display in this over.
Well, we're on track for a wicket maiden in the 16th over of this match. The Titans having been going so well.
Ebbed and flowed this innings. Currently in an ebb.
Certainly has. The first 2 overs you looked at and you thought, how many runs are we going to get
Yeah,
today?
we might have 300 on the board. But,
Lets himself down there.
yeah, that's happened a bit. Something I know you talk about with the national team, finishing off your overs. Those last 2 balls, can't be giving away freebies, can you?
Yeah, it was just a couple of overs back. We had the no ball boundary off the last ball of the over. No, you definitely want to close out your overs.
We've talked a bit during the game about momentum. It's not just in an innings, it's in overs, you know, when a boundary off the last ball of an over, it's a lift for the other team, and the psychological part of T20 cricket plays a crucial role in knockout games.
And Afros finally gets that single off the last ball of the over, retains the strike.
Chandamal will be delighted. So Dougal, what are you looking for when you watch these guys playing? You know, there's guys out here who been in Japan a long time and they're looking enviously at the Japan national squad. In your role as putting your selector's hat on, what are you looking for from guys in T20 cricket? The type of player that you want to pick?
Good question.
Guys who score hundreds and bowl at 160?
Yeah. Let's say guys who can bowl fast. We'll put it in simple terms. Bowlers who can bowl fast or have the capacity to bowl fast.
And batters who can hit a long way?
Batters who can not just hit a long way, but perform various roles, maintain that tempo of the innings, be able to run between wickets well.
Fitness.
Fitness is a key, which rules...
We're looking for athletes, aren't we?
Unfortunately, that rules out quite a few players. And when you combine that with the fielding side of things as well, that's a lovely shot.
That is going to go for 6. Into the stands. Loud crash. There'll be a dent on that ball, I suspect. Probably a dent on the stand as well. 6 runs. Very, very welcome for the Titans total. Getting Chandamal back on strike seems to help.
Certainly does. He's looked confident since he strode to the crease and whacked his first ball over fine leg for 6. 35 off 20, and he's really holding this innings together for the Titans.
Yeah, they were in a bit of trouble when he came in. I heard you mention there was a partnership there of 40 off 20 with him and Kedkar.
Oh, that would have been out.
Hands on head by the man at point.
Fielder, I believe, was Siddharth again, who's been in the game.
He's been in the game. You were on comms when he took that catch. Never seen a more casual, one-handed, almost diving with his wrong hand.
Well,
catch.
he didn't need to dive. He was. It seemed like he was capable of getting 2 hands to it. He just didn't want to or didn't need to. That'll be not out.
That popped off his shoulder or something?
I think it was off his back or his shoulder. It almost reminded me of a baseball infielder taking a regulation catch just with the left glove.
With the mitt, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very casual. One for the photographers. Don't know if anyone snapped it. Sun's coming out. Oh my goodness. Well, that will be a no ball.
An attempted slower ball there.
I think that one's just slipped out.
Maybe a little bit harsh. It seemed like it was dropping. It was one of those slower balls that just dies late. Nevertheless, umpire Natarajan rules it a no ball. We have the free hit.
Swing.
He hasn't quite connected with that. Will they get 2?
Just a single, I think. Fielder's quick on it. They've done all right in the field. Falcons haven't seen too many horrors, which is good. As you say, fitness plays an important part in these teams. They've got to be able to move well, whether you're a boundary rider or in the infield. Saw a couple sneak through the infield early on, but I don't think I've seen any catches go down. Saw a catch go down on the ground too just a moment ago. Extras mounting up too.
Yeah, there's just been a few of those slip down the leg side.
We were talking earlier, Abhishek Talang had bowled pretty well with his 4 overs for 27, I think it was.
I think he's been the pick of the bowlers so far.
But those 5 wides is a whole extra over he's bowled. Figures could have been even better. Dev Mishra still has another over to go, 3 for 21. Interesting to see if he comes back, because the change bowlers at the moment have been expensive. Shailaj Lal has 1 over going for 16, and Shabam here has bowled 3 overs for the best part of 30, so damage being done.
That was a productive over. And our projected score through our algorithm is still up around 162.
Now, you know, algorithms, there's no greater algorithm than the human brain. Dukes, what do you make? What's your projected score?
Well, it all depends if Chandamal can stay out there.
I think you're right.
So with that in mind, my answer is I don't know.
That's what you tune in for, folks. Expert analysis. Real crunch commentary.
I think they're on track for around that 162. I think the cricket club's algorithm is
doing its job.
Is doing its job, yeah.
Tell you what, the sun's out. The clouds are slowly drifting away. Might get out on turf this afternoon, as it turns out, Duke. And of course, you're turning out this afternoon. You're going to be running around. I'm going to be commentating on you.
Can't wait to get out there.
I know.
It's a beautiful day.
Well, to put some sun cream on at this rate. So umpire Thurgate covering himself earlier this morning.
The sun's beating down, and it looks like we'll be switching to our turf pitch in the afternoon.
That's going to go out towards long off, just a single.
Yeah, Afrod's doing the right thing there, getting his mate on strike.
And back to the fun stuff.
It should be a good game in the afternoon, actually. The
Sharks Tigers.
Sharks Tigers, yeah.
Yeah, we've got 2 of each in the commentary box with us right now. Surprised the scrap hasn't broken out. We're all friends here in the Japan cricket family, aren't we?
Yeah, no fisticuffs before or during or after the game.
It's written into the code of conduct, I think. But yeah, Sharks pretty happy to have snuck through their group. It was a tough group that you guys had. That was a good shot. Pulled that away through square leg.
Well, he's just hacked it through the onside and...
Hacked it, come on mate, give him some credit.
Expertly guided it through the onside and...
Flicked away nonchalantly.
I feel like Captain Kuldeep might need some cover on the boundary out there at this stage of the innings. Yeah, we were a bit lucky to make it through. But yeah, those round matches were also rain affected. We missed the opportunity to play against the Alpha Quashers in the first round. We were pretty confident going into that one. Narrow loss to the Sunno and then a good win against the Rhinos.
Yeah, from a Sunno perspective, they of course missed out on playing the Rhinos, who didn't have the greatest of competitions in their first round. That one of the non-JCL teams invited into the comp. But yeah, it's good that the Sharks are there. I mean, you know, rich history. Japan Cup runners-up last year. Was that right? Yeah,
that's right.
Last year, and
made it all the way through to the final of the Japan Cup.
And of course, the JCL 40 over champions last year. So
yeah, it was a good year.
The Sharks being in the knockout stages just feels right, doesn't it? One of the big clubs in Japan should be mixing it. And we'll see if you can make finals day as well. A couple of guys in this room might have something to say about that. And you don't captain the T20 stuff, do you? You leave that to young Takadi.
Yes.
You're not going to take over the reins today. You're not going to come back in and say the king's back, step aside.
Absolutely not.
Seem to recall you doing that in the semi-finals, finals last year after you.
No, I did not.
Pulled up limp after the for the semi-final. Didn't you give the semi-final a miss? Came back, took the captaincy back for the final.
No.
Didn't you? Tackle the captain
Absolutely
in the final?
not. I did not captain any games
Didn't you?
of T20 cricket last year.
No, I'm talking about the 40 over stuff.
Oh, the 40 over. Ah, sorry, mate.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Stay with me.
40 over stuff. Yeah, I had a hamstring injury, and yeah,
It's rapidly recovered. You're in the oxygen chamber.
oxygen chambers. Yeah, getting treatment 24/7.
Just like they do in the pros. 2 overs to go, 144 for 7. That 160 is looking about spot on, isn't it?
Yep.
Or they could
16
be-
off the last two gets them to 160.
Or they could be all out for 145 if a wicket goes. We'll see. We will see. Who's coming on to bowl? The captain.
Well, this is unusual. We haven't seen any spin at any point throughout this innings, and the captain brings himself on to bowl his off spin in the 19th
An
over.
ultimate over.
What's the strategy there, I wonder?
Surprise. Always keep them guessing.
Generally just bowls his arm balls, Kuldeep. He's not a great turner of the ball.
Yeah, it's, on commentary earlier, Sabarish mentioned that the Falcons have a couple of slow bowlers. There was no mention of spin. So we'll see.
Yeah, he's.
Not a lot doing there.
I think he's just aiming to bowl those drifters, those little arm balls that just drift towards that offside wide line. Good example of that first ball. How do the Titans approach this though?
Well, Afros is on strike now. He's got to look to milk it into the leg sides. Plenty of space there. That's not what he does.
Just the thickest
Thick edge, the third man.
and
They'll
they'll get
run
two.
2.
Wonder if they'll get creative here. A switch hit perhaps. Reverse sweeps.
Just glancing over the ground 2, and I can see a team in a huddle, which would suggest that Paddy's fallen down when the innings is over.
And
Well, there we go.
Afros nicks
Afros
off.
has nicked off.
Sarfaraz's safe hands behind the stumps. And the 7th wicket falls for the Titans.
3 wickets in
Well,
the
the eighth
final
wicket, eh?
over of the Alpha Quash's Paddy Foley's game. 2 run-outs and a stumping. And a couple of runs means they finished 119 for 8. No, for 9. 119 for 9. Looks like Paddy Foley's finished. Not sure that's going to be enough.
They're 60 runs short there, Alan.
60.
Yep.
You may well be right.
Kuldeep continues. The new batsman we have is Shakil Khaneja, and manages to get himself off strike second ball. Meanwhile, Razik has been watching from the other end. He's got 1 ball left in this over, which has been a very good one. That will be a wide. And lucky to get away with that, Kuldeep.
So the 150's up. 1 over the go. Just looking at our score systems, saying some slightly odd stuff. The Afroz Khan was caught behind by Sarfaraz Patkar. Was not a caught and bowled. You can discard that. Sometimes our score system does some funny things. Sometimes our scorers do funny things. Final over.
That's going to be very close.
Thought they might roll back onto his stumps for a moment.
Chandimal just wanders across his stumps and umpire Thurgate unmoved.
Manish Kapil is back into the attack, having bowled his first 2 overs. He's then taken a breather for the next 15 and returns now. First over went for 14, but he did all right in the second over. Hoping he can pick up where he left off, but interesting stage of the game. Sometimes a big last over can really make a difference in the total, and that's
a big hit. It's not going to make it though.
Oh, safe hands.
Oh, it's a long boundary out there.
It is a long boundary out there. Who's the catcher? Catcher is Dev Mishra. He's had a good day in the field. All those fan code fans out there playing the game, if you've got Dev Mishra as your captain. 3 wickets, catch.
He's bowled well, hasn't he, Dev? And just tops it off with a very comfortable catch at the deep square leg boundary. Titans 9 down. Chandimal's innings comes to an end.
And a good one it's been. Fair play to the guy. He's without him, this innings may well have been wrapped up a few overs ago.
Falcons have really nailed these last 2 overs.
It's chipped
That'll
into the
just be a
offside.
single. Well, the Titans would be a little bit disappointed with the final 12 or so balls of their innings. They're not going to get to 160, I wouldn't have thought.
2 balls to go, Dukes.
And there can be a big difference
Are you
between that
counting
150,
chickens?
160, 170. They'll get 2 here, I would imagine.
Hope.
Number 11, Vimal Yadav.
They have given themselves something to bowl at, though. So the Falcons won't have this easy. They're going to have to work for this win. Find the ball coming up now. And carved into the offside. 1 bounce. Fielder collects it. Bowls it back in. Haven't seen that for a while. Just a single. And that's the end of the innings. So 155 for 9. We'll be back in around 10 minutes or so for the second innings. See you then. Okay, welcome back for the second innings, the run chase, the big time. We have the Titans in the field, getting ready to defend 155. The Falcons batters are just making their way to the middle. I'll let you know who they are in a moment. Looks like it's going to be Ankit Chawla and Siddharth CB. Karan Kumar has the new ball. He's going to have a go with that. Alongside me, Alan Kerr, I have Manoj Bhardwaj of the Tigers Cricket Club. Welcome back, Manoj.
Thank you very much, Alan.
You passed up your commentary stint in the second half of that innings. So good to have you back in the hot seat.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure Dougal Bedingfield will wander back up here again at some point later on.
So what do you reckon about this score?
I think it's middling. I think whenever you play T20 cricket, 160 is your minimum. I think 8 and over is generally where teams live in this format of the game certainly on a synthetic pitch that isn't really doing much. And I think it's good that they've got something to bowl at, but I think the Falcons will be confident. He started with a dot.
Yeah, Chawla on the strike.
So he'll be happy enough with that. But yeah, I mean, this Falcons batting, I think the power play is going to give us a pretty good indication of which way this is going to go. The Falcons tend to be pretty explosive, but they tend to have some big hitters packed down the order as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if the game is pretty even for 15 overs and then suddenly runs away in the last 5. The man everyone's waiting to see will be Sarfraz.
Yeah, absolutely right.
They do tend to hold him back, and he tends to come in and bat sort of sometimes even 5 or 6, which I've always felt was a bit low. T20 cricket, I'd almost have him up the order, opening the batting. That's in the air safe. That's going to run away for 4. So
no third man and
thick edge. So yeah, just have a look at this field. As you mentioned, no third man.
deep mid wicket.
They've got a deep mid wicket and a long off with the 2 men out. So giving themselves a bit of cover on the leg side and a bit of cover straight, but that does mean anything behind the wicket is going to be a boundary. So almost the opposite of what the Falcons started with. They had a third man and a fine leg, and neither of those in position, recognising perhaps that Kumar's not the quickest, but hoping that he can be accurate.
Titans need wicket if they want to have any chance.
Yeah, I think realistically, keeping Falcons to under 155 in 20 overs is unlikely, isn't it? The way that the Falcons play the game, the hitters that they have, the best chance for the Titans is to get them out. And I can just look down to the right here. I can see Sarfraz is padded up and swinging his bat in a pretty aggressive fashion. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him coming in next. We'll wait and see if that happens. But
the Falcons, they always experiment with their lineup.
They do. There doesn't seem to be any real structure. It's is that a catch?
Yeah, that's a catch. And I think
it's gone down.
Ankit Chawla is a very good
I
batsman.
think the bowler thought he had it. He went running over to congratulate him, only to realise that it parried it rather than caught it. It's a chance, though. First over. 4 from it.
Let's see how costly it can be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ankit Chawla. So this is one of the reasons we wanted to create the JCL T20. You know, in the 40 over stuff, teams are pretty settled. Most teams know who their opening batters are. They usually know who 3 and 4 are as well, and they know who their opening bowlers are. And I think teams are still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
In T20, and 2020 is a more flexible competition. People do change their batting lineups, but I still think you want your openers at least to be settled, and your best batters really you want facing as many balls as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Any format of the game, your best batsman should face the best bowler.
Get them the best opportunities to score runs.
Because T20 is about momentum. So up front, if you can create that momentum.
The power play is so important, isn't it?
Yeah. So the bowling change.
Who have we got here? Kaneja. No, Bhupendra Sharma is wearing number 17. That's what it says here. Is it 7 or 17?
7,
in the shirt?
but
Or is it-
there are 2 7.
Oh, that doesn't help.
I think he has changed his jersey or what?
Maybe it's 47 on his shirt. Maybe we can't see the 4. So it
Yeah,
is
Shakil.
Shakil Khaneja. Going to ask some questions as well.
Yeah, Titans, they started well. And they had a chance also. So,
Oh dear. There goes that good start. They've scampered through for a bonus run off the wide. Just drifted down leg side and not much of a chance for the keeper.
but Alan, coming back to the same point which we discussed in the first inning, that right arm bowler bowling from round the wicket, second over with a new ball.
It's curious, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, if you're going to swing it enough to bowl him round his legs, fair play to you. But as someone who does umpire a lot, and I'm basically not giving LBWs in this situation. You've got to be bowling a very good delivery from that angle to a right-hander to hit the stumps.
yeah, it might be one way of thinking. Like bowler might be thinking that he will, come from round the wicket, pitch somewhere between middle and off, and take the ball away, kind of.
Well, I guess that's what he's going for. And you want to try and cramp the batsman for space, stop him from freeing up his arms, and that's why he's got the 2 men out at deep mid-wicket and long on here. Because if I'm a batter, that's from that angle, that's the more natural swing, right? But
Yeah.
I think you're not giving yourself much margin for error. The possibility to drift down leg side, which we've already seen him doing once, and if you push it too far across him, you're going wide the other side. So you've got to be really disciplined. You've got to really back yourself. What we've seen there, speared in at the pads, and he's just pushed it out to square leg for a single. That's the bowler's stock, I guess, from this angle. Particularly at the speed he's bowling. It's different if you're bowling absolute lightning bolts.
Yeah.
But
The speed, he don't have that
Khaneja
pace.
is more on the military side of medium, I'd say. Just a few paces in his run up. Flicked into the leg side. I mean, the tactic can work. It looks like here the tactic is much more about containment and taking wickets, which I guess during the power play is fair enough.
Yeah.
I would always like to see a more aggressive attacking brand of cricket. I see the 6 overs power play as an opportunity to take wickets. You've got catchers in, you've got batsmen new to the crease, you've got a new ball.
And
Make the most
in
of
the
it.
meantime, we have one additional fielder on the leg side.
Yeah. Extra field has gone in at a sort of a short mid-on almost. We've got the bowler and the fielder there, and the batsman still managed to push it through the 2 of them. Long on comes up and returns that for a single.
Yeah.
Score reaches double figures. 10 runs off 10 balls. 11 runs off 11 balls.
But I think Falcons are also taking it easy. They are not rushing.
No, it's a much more sedate start than we saw from the Titans, isn't it? They are
Yeah.
just clipping the ball around and running well. I don't know how well these 2 batters know each other, but they seem to have a good understanding so far. It's a quick call and run.
I think they want to have, not explosive power play up front. They want to be cautious, having wickets in hand. And then, as you mentioned, they have power hitters down the order. So I think that might be their plan.
Yeah, it makes sense. Steady start, explosive finish. Titans are likely to be starting with their best bowlers, so the Falcons will have plenty of guys to come in and take on those change bowlers. We saw that was a bit of a weakness in the Falcons themselves. Their change bowlers got hit hard,
Yeah.
but they'll be looking to return the favour, I guess. And it's driven well, but straight at the fielder. Not a clean stop, but another dot ball.
Is a change in the bowling or
No, same bowler.
Karan Kumar?
Karan Kumar is continuing. Bowled a decent first over, decent enough. Comes in again. It's very samey though,
Oh.
isn't it? It's
Full toss on the leg side.
you know, couple of paces, gentle approach to the crease and rolls his arm over. It's more about what he can do with the ball than any surprise element with pace. Bowling in his glasses. I always like to see that. I have to bowl in my glasses. Makes me feel better when other people are doing it.
Oh,
That has popped up. Fielder didn't want it. The man at sort of short, square, fine leg, if you like,
Yeah.
did not move. did not want to go after that. It was popped up in the air. Would have liked to have seen him
rushing.
run towards it. A bit pedestrian.
Till now, a very good over.
Yeah, he's going well. There's 2 from it from the first 3 balls. Ankit, I think, is getting a bit twitchy. Looks like he wants to have a go. He's had a go at that, but he's picked out the fielder again. Cut it well, but couldn't pierce the infield.
Alan, as
Interesting.
you mentioned that 160 is the score should be there, but I guess like 150, 160. If you are taking it too easy or too consciously, it might become a tough chase also sometimes.
Absolutely, you've
So-
got to keep an eye on that required rate. Now
Yeah.
that one has gone through. The fielder got a hand on it, just enough to slow it down, so man on the boundary can come around from long off and return that for a single. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got to look at the required rate, and a couple of poor overs can see 8 and over turn into 9, 10 very quickly, and once that required rate is up into double figures, it gets quite daunting, doesn't it? And runs on the board is always what a lot of cricketers say. They would much rather bat first, have the runs on the board, and then exert the pressure. There's a single there from a misfield, but it's just a thick edge, and they're ticking along. 5s at the moment.
So 3 over done and score is
16.
without any loss. So
Steady,
steady.
but not exactly fireworks just yet. But like you said, I think they're easing their way into it. I mean, everyone loves a comparison, don't they? After 2 overs,
34,
they were on 34. I think they were 37 for none after 3. So it's a big difference. But at the same time, they then slowed up enormously. So, you can hit 6s at any time in the game. It doesn't matter if the fielders are in or not.
In the last 3 overs, one thing was good from Titans bowlers that they bowled to their field. They were not quick, but they bowled in a way they had their fielders at the right place.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that last over. 4 singles, 2 dots, 4 singles. It's not giving too much away, sticking to their plans, bowling their lines, not giving away extras. It's
There's a
important.
new bowler now,
So we have a new bowler,
Bhupendra Sharma.
Bhupendra Sharma, who's come into the attack.
Oh,
It's a very optimistic appeal. High,
it was high.
down leg side, but gave it a good shout.
So the fielder is fine leg is going back.
Interesting. They dropped
Mid-on is
fine
coming
leg and they
in.
brought up mid on. So it's on the pads again. Again, high and drifting down leg side. So not a lot going for it, these appeals. This is the thing with synthetic. We talked a bit about it in the first innings. It does have a kind of poppy bounce.
Yes.
So, almost everything is going over the stumps. We didn't see any LBWs in the first innings. You got to bowl pretty full to get them. Tell you what, the batsman looks pretty uncomfortable here, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think this bowler, it doesn't look that quick, but he's, a little bit sneaky.
Siddharth's got long levers. He's a tall man, but he doesn't quite know. He's not getting the room to swing his arms, and doesn't look like much of a touch player. Just push that.
They are doing a very good job, Titans.
They are. It's been a good start. All the bowlers, again, we mentioned this, look very much like the Alpha Quashers of old.
Yeah. Oh, it there a chance here? No, it's just run out chance
Chance for a
there.
run out, but
Yes, no, chaos there.
batsman's eating dirt at the non-striker's end. I keep calling them batsmen, sorry about that. I really must get in the habit of calling them batters.
Quick
Yeah, just
single.
cramping them for space, getting them
Oh, very good.
trying to make decisions, aren't they? They're trying to figure out, from a batting point of view, where their boundary balls are coming, because at the moment, everything's accurate enough. They're bowling a lot on their hips.
I don't see intent also from Falcons to.
There we go. But he hasn't middled it at
Yeah.
all. It's just slowed up a lot on the square as it ran across, and just a single. But yeah, at least there was some aggression. There hasn't been
Yeah.
very different to what we saw from the Titans, who went
I
so
think they,
hard.
Yeah, they are looking for singles. 4-5 run are over in the power play, and once power play is done, this is a big round. Lots of single and doubles are there for you.
19 for none after 4. I read a great book, Manoj, called Cricket 2.0, written by Tim Wigmore and someone else whose name escapes me. And it's very much a book on the tactics of T20 cricket.
Oh,
And it was written a few years ago, but as far as I know, the only one of its type. And they talk a lot about how teams actually are too scared about getting bowled out in T20 cricket.
okay.
Because it takes a lot for a good cricket team to be bowled out in 20 overs.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't really happen.
Oh,
That's going to be out.
Oh, yeah, and that's a first wicket.
It's a thick edge. It's carried to the man on the circle.
30 yard. Chawla.
Is that Ankit Chawla? No, Ankit Chawla's dismissed.
Yeah, dismissed.
The catcher was
Rasika.
Rasika Chandimal.
So Rasika is
He's having a good day, isn't he?
Yeah. And Anil. Now Sarfraz is walking.
Sarfraz walking with intent. Yeah, so certainly batting first. Teams are often. You should never finish, 140 for 4. You're better off actually being, taking more risks.
Yeah.
And trying to even get out that extra 10 runs by being more aggressive. Most cricketers now can bat a little bit. They can certainly swing their arms. And those extra 5-6 runs can make a difference. So yeah, Sarfraz has come out. Sarfraz Petkar, he's the big gun for the Tokyo Falcons. So for the Titans, they'll know that this could be the game, the ball game.
Yeah.
We'd say if we were American.
And Sarfraz is a character, right? He will
Yeah,
not
he
pull
is.
back.
Saying there's been a lack of intent so far. And he's shown some first balls. A swivel pull. Didn't quite connect with it, so it's just a single. But it is intent, which Manoj has been bemoaning the lack of so far. Let's see if that inspires his batting partner as well. Siddharth has been somewhat pedestrian, 5 off 10. It's not really what you want from your openers in a game of T20. It's been a good opening spell.
Oh, and his ball.
And Kumar has gone all the way through him. Tell you what, that has swung. The batter looks somewhat bemused. Siddharth standing there wondering what happened. I think he thought something untoward. It's just swing. And a lot of it. Big in-dip. I was just saying that Kumar's bowled pretty well. Indeed he has. He's taken 2 for now. 2 for 9. Falcons are 2 down.
Yeah, and Titans has made this.
Turning it into a contest, aren't they?
Yeah, a Sarfraz wicket becomes more crucial now.
It does. Sarfraz, well, if you're Sarfraz, and I know that you're not, but if you're Sarfraz, you're now thinking, oh, maybe I need to curb my attacking instincts. We've just lost a second wicket. Or do you just think, no, I'm here to play my game. I'm going big.
See, if I'm surprised, which I am not, so I think I will go with my natural instinct of playing big shots because that's T20 and that is what is best for me. That's my merit. That's my talent. So
There is enough batting down the order
yes,
still.
and there is no need for Sarfaraz to play defensively because they are only 2 down, and so
The Manish Kapil has come in next.
yeah, he's an anchor, I guess. He's there.
He should be able to hold up the end and play the support role. Play the Manoj role, if you like, to Sarfaraz's Sabarish. Let's see. He is hooping them, though, isn't he? It's another thick edge, but there's no run that time. He doesn't look all that threatening, Karan Kumar, but he is hooping the ball around. A wise choice to have opening up.
Oh,
From where we are, we can't really see the swing too much, but
yeah.
certainly looking at the stream, you can see how far it's moving. We do have, at last, the second camera up and running. So thank you to Kubota Makoto-san for fixing that up. Back to our 3 camera setup. It's enabling us to really see the swing that Karan Kumar is getting. The angle that we're at, kind of hard to pick it, but push that one into leg side for another single.
Last ball coming.
Last ball coming up, 22 for 2. 2 for 2. Neither of the umpires are standing on one leg.
Very
Not
impressive.
the superstitious types.
Yeah, very impressive. The bowling from Titans till now. They're bowling to a plan. They're not giving anything to the batsman. Oh my God! What was that?
That was a golf shot. Sarfaraz has just chipped that as if he's playing with a pitching wedge. It's gone over long off, comfortably over long off for 6. Second ball, this guy's bowling huge in swingers. And he hasn't even really swung that hard. It's like a little half swing and just clip. Over it goes, straight out the middle of the bat. What a way to finish your 5-over stint, Manoj.
Yeah.
We're going to bring in Sabarish Ravichandran.
Thank you very much.
Manoj will be back in about 20 minutes. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Sabarish is going to talk us through how you play the chip over long off for 6. Is that one you've got in your armory, Sabal?
Hey Alan, good to be back. That is, I think, something special from Sarfaraz. So he plays some ridiculously good shots. That's hard to explain.
No, it's leg side. He's gone for the pull. I don't know if he's got anything on that. Waiting for the umpire's signal.
I think it's off the bat.
Off the bat. Let's put Sarfaraz back on strike. It looks like our camera switcher has perhaps nodded off and we haven't got the cameras switched. Apologies for that. Something to address.
What's it? This is the key phase of the game.
I think this is vital now. We've got the last over of the power play. 29 on the board, 2 wickets down, which isn't... Oh, that is a thick edge. It's up in the air and it is caught. Well, as you said, key part of the game. Sarfaraz, who has given a glimpse of what he can do. It's all too short.
Look
Gone
at the
for
Titans.
7 off 3. The Titans are... Well, they're up and about. And this could be a massive moment. Massive moment. Sarfaraz looks somewhat dejected as he walks off. Need to find out who that catcher was.
It was smart bowling, just keeping the length in check, not giving any room to Sarfaraz. That's a huge wicket to Titans. I think it was Navjeet Thakur. Who was the catcher?
Thakur is the catcher. Navjeet Thakur.
That was a really, really important catch for the Titans.
Yeah, it was a long time in the air, wasn't he? Had a bit too much time to think about it. Could have easily overthought it, but kept his calm, took the catch.
Sanket is the new batsman, joining Manish in the middle.
Now, I've been talking Sanket up all day, so time for him to pay the favour. Just a quick glance over at ground 2. Alpha Quash's 33 for 3, chasing 120. So, not all done and dusted over there just yet. It's a wide ball. 3 runs for the Falcons.
Really good bowling from Bhupendra Sharma.
Yeah, he'll be pretty happy with himself right now, won't he? Before we get 2 there, pushed into the offside. The noise levels have gone up, haven't they? They were doing well at the start, the Titans, but it was very much sedate cricket, just runs being clipped around the ground. But with that wicket of Sarfraz, suddenly 32 for 3. They are very much bouncing, I would say.
I think the energy has gone up with that wicket.
It's a play and a miss there.
That's a really good over. Yeah.
32 for 3 at the end of the power play. Interesting. The required rate is now edging towards 9, and Manoj was talking before you came and joined us, Sabal, that scoreboard pressure, it can play a big part in the run chase, can't it? You need guys with calm heads who don't get too panicked by it, and they need to know what is required of them as well. You've got to be good at simple maths as a batsman, haven't you?
Yes, I think with Sarfraz back in the herd, it's going to be I would say, a difficult one for the Falcons here, because somebody has to take charge in scoring the runs. Because I've seen Sanket and Manish, and they both are similar kind of players where they can anchor the innings. So now somebody has to take the charge and score the runs.
So what would be your approach at this stage? We talked a little bit about this in the first innings. Do you try and knuckle down and try and bat through to 12, 13 overs, don't lose any more wickets, give yourself 6 overs to go after, 80 runs, needing 12 and over, but with wickets in hand? Is that more important? They've got their fields right. They've now got men out, deep cover, deep mid wicket. Still only got 2 out. Oh no, there's a long off as well.
Yeah.
So
pushing the long on back.
Looks like long on is going back now. So still only 4 out. But they're covering their base as well, and as we've said, they're bowling to their field.
It's going to be a challenge for Falcons because Titans seems to get the field right, and bowlers are bowling to a plan. And
they're not getting the ball up and over, are they? Like, everything's been along the ground, Sarfraz aside. Everything's been along the ground,
no,
which is fine, but the outfield, because of all the rain overnight, the outfield is pretty slow. So they're not getting full value, and that's where I think the Titans did well, is they hit 6s, which meant they got full value for those shots.
The key is to keep wickets in hand, but having said that, they cannot fall too behind on the run rate. They already got 9 runs required of an over, so they do have some power hitters coming down the order with Sameep, Kuldeep, but they're gonna keep looking for that 1 boundary, 1 over.
Yeah, they've got to be ticking at least 6, 7 and over. This over now, just 3 from it so far with 1 ball to come. It's going to be the end of Kumar's spell. 1 more to go. He's got 2 for 20 from 3.5 overs, and one of those was a slightly ridiculous chip for 6 that Sarfraz managed to play, but that is going to get through. Is that going to run away? Are they going to pull it up? I reckon they've just pulled that up before the boundary. So a good bit of fielding there. That's what it means, it's a slow outfield. You're not getting the value for the shots. So an outstanding spell from Karan Kumar. 2 wickets, 22 runs from his 4 overs.
Pretty impressive.
He's done, just like Abhishek Talang in the first innings. He's bowled his 4 overs off the bat. 37 for 3 after 7. Edgy. Manish is a experienced man though, old head on his shoulders. Won't be overawed by the situation, but at the same time, he knows there's a bit of responsibility on them now. It's not dissimilar to how the Titans started, at least in terms of the wickets. No wickets for the first few overs, and then suddenly a few go, and you've got to rebuild again. Sharma continues. It's a swing and a miss from Sanket. Batting in the cap. Obviously not worried about the pace or the bounce. I think he's missed out there. Short on his hip, and it's just thudded into a thigh pad, I reckon, and gone running down. He's given it his runs. Got it off a glove or something. Plenty of noise coming from ground 2 as well.
I think Alpha Quad just lost a
Paddy
wicket.
Foley's are celebrating again. Oof. That was full.
I think Titans are bowling really well here. And they do have Rasika Chandimal, who is set to bowl. And he's a really smart off spinner.
Didn't see a lot of spin in that first innings. There we go, he's gone aerial now. That's one bounce. Not quite getting the connection they need. Fielder returns it, just a single. Yep, Alpha Quashers. They've just lost Srinivasa Padada, run out. 43 for 4 in the 8th over. Chasing 121 to win. Problems. Zohail Khan doing the damage. He's taken 3 wickets and affected a run out over on ground 2. That was the ball thudding into the gloves rather than off the bat, wasn't it? So, Sabal.
Falcons are struggling.
41 for 3. It's a battle, isn't it?
Yeah, Falcons are struggling.
That run rate, as we talked about, it's already over 9.5, the required rate. At what point do you start getting concerned from a batting side? If you're the captain sat on the sidelines, what messages are you giving to your batters? Get on with it.
I think the key point here is actually in search of the big hits. Falcons are not getting the singles, and Titans have not spread the field yet, and they are being very smart with the field setting, and bowlers are bowling to the field. So it's just key that Falcons need to get bounties, but also they need to get the singles in, so that keeps the scorecard ticking. They just haven't got going yet.
It's a long conversation in the middle between the two batters, so they're obviously trying to come up with something.
It's too early.
Have a change of bowler. Mandeep Singh's coming on.
It's too early to panic, but they just need to keep the scorecard ticking. At least 6-7 and over until 12:30.
Yeah, what you don't want is to die wondering, do you? You don't want to suddenly find yourself 120 for 5 in the 19th over and the game's done. You know, you've got to have a go. There'll be guys sitting on the sidelines, padded up, thinking, "Yep, let me at him." So, be brave. Again, they're just pushing it into the offside, really. Yeah, do you think there's a surprise factor that the Titans have, and that these two sets of players won't have played against each other much, if ever? Certainly not in a JCL competition. They may have come across each other in other tournaments elsewhere, but not on this ground. Do you think that plays a part?
Yeah, probably. I think that is one of the main reasons. I'm not sure if Falcons knew if they had a guy to target or if anyone in particular they had in mind. But Titans so far have been doing pretty well as a team. They were in trouble at 56 for 5. Get to 150 and then apply the pressure on Falcons. It's just impressive.
Yeah, definitely. They're really putting the squeeze on. They're fielding well. They're committed. They're vocal. They're supporting each other. Their field settings have been good. I've been quite impressed, actually, so far.
Yeah. And Mandeep is one of this, I would say.
That's a decent shot, but again, he's picked out the fielder on the boundary.
Mandeep is very smart as a bowler. He did play the Diplomats Cup
Okay.
for the Indian Embassy, so
Played in the
I think
T10.
is one to watch out for. Just load the things down, as Titans, with the smart field placings.
Oops. Aborted his run up there, midway through. Deeps in again. It's another thick edge that gets nothing for. Oh no, they're going to run an overthrow. Oh goodness, didn't want that to hit. Well, that shows a bit of a sign of desperation, I think, from the Falcons. They know they need everything they can get, and they're not getting much. 45 for 3 after 9 overs.
It's already 10 and over. I think this is going to be challenging for Falcons.
What they need that one big over, don't they? And losing Sarfraz in the way that they did, you know, if he bats for 5 overs, he probably contributes that one big over to just bring that run rate back down again. And this is what you were just saying. I think they don't know which bowler to target, right? They don't know who they can say, right, this is the guy. We've got to go after him.
I think they just need that momentum, as you said. That one over where they can get a few boundaries and then just get the momentum on their side.
Looks like Navjeet Thakur is going to come on. He's a new bowler. So, again, we don't know what he's going to be. We don't know. I'm sure the batters don't know either what he's going to deliver. And I think these guys have got to say, right, at some point soon, this is the over. We've got to go. So looking around the field now, he's got a long off down in front of us. He's got a wide long on. He's got a deep mid wicket. The very fine leg. And sort of a wide third man as his 5 fielders who are out. Hope for the peel.
Yeah.
First ball, but nothing doing there. Sanket 6 off 11. There we go. He's trying to go. It's wide down the leg side, but a bit more intent there from Sanket. Get down, trying to paddle it. There's a huge gap from very fine leg to deep mid wicket. Really, Sanket's gone straight. That'll land safe, and they'll get 1. But I would definitely be eyeing up that gap. It's huge. There's no fielder there at all.
Interesting field setting, yeah.
So you've got to be looking to get across your stumps. You can ramp, do anything to get the ball down there, get 3 runs.
That's a good shot.
He's gone into this gap, and
that's a good effort, but
fielders come forwards for it. I don't mind that though. You can put that down as a chance, and it's gone through him for 4. But given the stage of the game, I think it's worth the gamble.
I think so, yes.
It's easy to just stay back and stop the single. Stop the boundary and keep it to a single. But the wicket's the bigger reward at this stage. So he's taken that fight. He's had a go. Didn't come off for him, but
I think it was Rasika Chandimal.
It's a welcome boundary for sure. But at the same time, if I'm the bowler, I'm thinking, okay, he's going to take me on. That's good. Fielder's going to back me up. Chances may still come. Well, he wanted to go again there, didn't he? But he's just checked his shot and pushed it back to the bowler. Manish is thinking to himself, right, I need some more boundaries. No one on the boundary on the offside, so again, if he's brave enough to go over the top, he's gone for that shot again. And this time, the fielder did stay back. Took it on 1 bounce, keeps it to a single.
I don't see Falcons having much of a choice after this over. Like, they got to regroup and then target the I don't think they can target anyone in particular, but I think they got to go.
It's another big swing and a miss. So 52 for 3 now.
Good over again, 7 runs. Titans have been so impressive today. Firstly with the bat, and now with the bowling.
Yeah, it's been a really good display for them.
I think they're just gonna hang in there, just let the batsmen do the mistakes.
Well, that seems to be the approach, isn't it? We'll do our thing. And I think a lot of the time in any sport, that's how you got to approach it, right? We'll do what we do the best we can, and if we win, great. And if we don't win, well, at least we know we've performed our best. And it does strike me that is going to. Oh no! Well, I've killed him, haven't I? I'm just saying we're going to do what we do the best we can, and he's dropped a soda.
Yeah.
That was just over his head. Maybe he just lost it in his eyesight, and he just took his eye off it at the last moment. But a big chance gone down. They're going to get another chance here. No, it's going to land safe.
That's really good running from Sanket.
But it is a belief of mine, you know, sometimes you come up against a better team and you have to measure yourself by how you've performed. And if you've done everything right and all the things you said you were going to do, then you have to say the other team was better on the day. I think the Titans are doing that to the best they can. They're performing, they're playing their best game and not worrying too much about what the Falcons are doing.
Yeah.
And from the Falcons' point of view, perhaps they thought this might be an easy game.
Who are you backing, Alan, at this stage? What do you think?
I'm backing the Titans from here. I think the Falcons have given themselves too much to do.
I think the win.
I mean, the thing with T20 cricket, you know, it's just one guy comes in and hits 50 off 20 and the game's over in a flash. But at the moment, momentum is very firmly with the guys in yellow.
I don't think the win predictor will still be showing in favor of Falcons.
No, I don't think it will. I mean, let's just have a quick look at the scorecards. So already we can see there's just been 2 boundaries and 1 6 in 10. Oh, there you go. That's going to be 6. Is it? No, 4.
That's
Long boundary, but that's the third 4 of the innings. Now, if we're looking at the Titans, they hit 9 boundaries and 9 sixes. So that's 90 runs in boundaries across their innings. Whereas so far, these guys have managed 22. So they are some way behind. 11 overs done. 59 for 3. Thank you to Sabarish.
Thanks, Alan.
And good luck this afternoon, mate.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, my Tigers players have left me. Just the one commentator remains. So Navjeet Thakur is going to continue. Big swing into the leg side. That is going to be 6 runs. Perfect start to the over. Manish Kapil is finding his range now. He knows the game's got to move on. He's got to get going because there is no point pushing the ball around for 1s and 2s anymore. Boundaries needed. 24 off 24, looking a bit more healthy for Manish. Navjeet Thakur's got some thinking to do. Another swing and a miss. Another big swing, but that's just going to go out to the fielder for a single. Solid throw back into the keeps. Anil Chandraya behind the stumps, captain keeper. Just looking at the field, you've still got two out on the offside at a sort of deep point and a long off. On the leg side, you've still got that very fine leg. I mean, he's almost a backstop. Maybe it's the angle I'm sat at, but he looks incredibly fine. And a deep square leg and a sort of cow corner, really a wide long on. Comes in again, looking over the offside, that will go for 4. So aggression now, good drive. Fielder gave it his best but couldn't cut it off. It's a decent shot from Sanket. Need to see a bit more of that, a bit more aggression, a bit more intent. And this over is helping. 11 from it with 1 to come. That being said, they need 10.5, so this is only keeping them up with the rate. They need a big over to get that required rate down. Still, if you come into the last over needing 12, 14, they'll probably still back themselves, the Falcons, especially if one of these guys is still there. That's a sweep shot. That's really well played. Really well played. Fielder barely moved. 4 runs, and we're starting to see the boundaries now that have been lacking in the innings so far. So 15 from that over. And that is a big help to them. Sanket Pandari just finding his form at the end there. Him and Manish are putting together a bit of a partnership here. Starting to bring things a little bit, making things look a little bit more rosy for the Falcons. Partnership is now worth 45. Just under 7 overs. So they're doing their bit after the top order struggles. The Titans are still trying to figure out exactly what the plan is from here. This partnership gathering steam. So Raska Chandamal will continue. Another bowler in glasses. Good on him. He has a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep point. One man in the circle on the leg side. He's in short, close to sort of a short mid wicket. And that is cut out to the man on the cover boundary. Moves around from point. Gets that back, just a single. Gone for the drive again. It's a thick edge down to the short third man, so another single. Oh, that was pretty full. And he's hit the gap. So, boundaries coming. The Falcons are getting going now. As soon as I tip the Titans for this game, the Falcons have found their form. 80 for 3. And halfway through the 13th over. Swatted into the offside, just a single that time. Oh, gone for the stumping, and that's out. Smart bit of work. Sankat is overbalanced as he's gone for the big shot. Partnership's broken just after bringing up at 50. 52-run partnership, but it is over. Pandari walks just as things are coming back into the Falcons' favour. It's a key moment. We're hearing the boys talking about the intellectual bowling skills of Rasika Chandamal. He's had a great game with the bat, and he's just made a key breakthrough with the ball. 4 down. The Falcons, 81 for 4. He was under a bit of pressure in this over. 7 from the first 4 balls, but that wicket, unless something happens off this last delivery, that required rate is going to continue going up. Kuldeep Bish, the new batter. Big heave. Wide of off stump. Signalled wide by umpire Thurgate. Comes in again. Kuldeep's going for it. Aggression there, just bottom edged into the leg side, and simple single. We'll keep the strike. 8 from the over. 9 from the over. 83 for 4 after 13. Just a reminder, if you're not already, do follow the Japan Cricket Association social feeds at Japan Cricket on Twitter. 18,000 followers. You can join the group. On Instagram, you can find us at Japan_cricket. Sorry for the inconsistencies. Big swing. Is that going to go the distance? It is. 6 runs, straight back over the bowler's head. That's a great hit. Yadav, the new bowler. Welcome to the party, pal. Kuldeep has just hammered that straight back down the ground. Tried to repeat the trick. It's gone wide of the man in close on the leg side, and just a single. So, what does Yadav do now? He's got Kapil back on strike. He's walking across, looking for the swing. Looking for the leg side there, Manish, but no connection. That's a dot ball. Contest shaping up nicely here. Into leg side again. That'll just be another single, I should think. Oh, thought of another big shot, but just checked it. Pushed it down to long off for another single. I feel like they need a bit more. 6 off the first ball of the over gave them such an opportunity. 3 from 4 for the rest of the over, so 9 from it. Another boundary here, and it's still a good over. And he's hit it straight to the fielder. It's a straightforward catch at that funny, wide, long leg, basically. Straight to him, he's dropped it. Sent it back in, it's a single. So quite a lot happening there. 10 off the over. They're staying with the rate. That much they are doing. Kuldeep living a charmed life. He's a big man, powerfully built, can strike the ball a long way, and we've seen that once already. If he can continue to do it, then the Falcons do have hope. Okay, so Raska to continue. Kuldeep on strike. Manish is on 33 now, so got that wrong. He is the man on strike. Oh, he's gone long there. Is he going to beat the fielders? Nope, straight to him. Long on takes the catch. No life that time. Manish has got to go. He's done okay. He's held the innings together. But with 10.5 needed, he departs. That's the 5th wicket that the Titans have taken. 93 for 5 after 14.1, 6 overs to go. 68 needed, 63 needed. 63 needed from 5.5. It's still very doable, and they do have guys who can go. Samip Dewar is a new batter. Captains quite a lot in the 40 over stuff. Samip, he's extremely capable player. So this game is not done yet, but really, if I'm the Tokyo Titans, I'm extremely confident. I'm very happy the way things are going. Just looking at this field, they've set good fields all day. There's no one behind the wicket on either side at the moment. They've got a deep square leg, a deep mid wicket, a cow corner, and a long on. So they've got 4 boundary riders on the leg side, and they've got a long off as well. So they know that these guys are looking for 6s. He's gone for another one. That's gone for 4. It's very nearly a terrific bit of fielding. Got his hand on it, but just on the release couldn't keep it back inside the rope. So strong start. It's Kuldeep again, who's got the boundary. So after the wicket falls, boundary comes next ball. The cat and mouse continues. And from Chandamal's point of view, he's just going to keep tossing them up. That's a single. It's a big swing, but those boundary riders, 4 men out on the leg side, waiting for the catch. It's another one high in the air. Fielder's coming in, and I don't think they've helped each other. That was clearly the man at mid-wicket. The guy from square legs come in, and I don't think he's helped him at all. So, is that going to play a part? Definite let off. First ball for Sameep. So now Kuldeep's back on. He's taking on the fielders. Is he going to clear him? It's a chance every ball. This one is taken. Kuldeep's got to go. Fielders are celebrating. Titans are feeling pretty confident now. So Rasika Chandimal is having a day out. I think I know who I'd be giving the MVP to. New batter's jogging out there. He's got a bit of work to do. This is Abhi Talang. Capable as well. We've said a number of times the Falcons do bat all the way down. But they're up against it here. Just 6 from the over. 2 wickets have gone down. Big wickets. And this is going to be another single off the last ball. That required rate goes up to 11. Fielder trying to stop it with his feet and falling over. Could do with a bit less of that, I think. You've got hands. Try using them. Three for 16, Rasika Chandimal. Still got 2 overs left, so I suspect he'll bowl them through. The 100's up for the Falcons, 100 for 6, but they need 56 runs from 5 overs at 11.2 and over. It's a huge ask. So, new bowler Vimal Yadav is back into the attack. Went for a few last time around. Got away with a dot first ball. And that's just punched into the offside for another single. It would definitely be an upset to see the Titans make it to finals day, but it would be deserved. They've been really good out there today. They know their players, they know how to set their fields. I think they've been captained really well, and they've kept their heads. Down to the leg side, it's just another single. The field's well spread, so I just talk you through the field. They've got a deep point, long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, and a deep backward square leg. They're 5 out. 1 in the circle and legs. Like that's another big hit. Fielder palms it back inside. He saves it from going for 6. Misfields it as he goes to throw it. Yeah, you can argue he should catch that, but he didn't back himself and felt that saving the runs was a better option. So, fair enough to him. Just a single in the end. It brings Sameep Dewar back on strike. Vimal with 18 minutes past 4 on his shirt. Not sure what's going on there. Bowling a wide ball. Maybe that's the predicted end time of the games today. Wow, huge cheers over on ground 2. I haven't checked in on that for a while, so let's just find out what the score is there. And for Quashers, 94 for 6. That's a decent hit. That's going to go. That is 4 runs. Well struck. Right between the fielders. Hit that straight out of the middle of the bat, Sameep Dewar. It's a good shot. Needed. So 95 for 6 are for Quashers. They need 26 runs from the last 3 overs. It's going to be a tight finish over there. Another one that's clipped in the air on the leg side. Safe though, with no fielders in. It's 10 from the over. They're hanging in. If they can take this to the last over, with only, like I said before, 12 to 14 needed, then they're in with a chance. 110 for 6, 46 needed from 4. Whew, nervy. Don't know about you guys, but feeling a little bit twitchy. Which way is this going? We heard earlier on the Tigers players talking about how much it means to them to win this competition. Be the first ever winners of the JCL T20. Just a reminder, a 16-team competition, 4 groups of 4. 2 coming through to the quarterfinals. Today's the quarterfinals day. We've got another match this afternoon. Well, 2 matches this afternoon, but only 1 on the stream. Finals day will be the 1st of October. 2 semi-finals and a final played that day. Struck into the leg side. That'll just be a single. Runs coming over on the other ground. Alpha Quashers, I can hear them getting very excited. Half appeal there, but not taken too seriously. A few comments on the YouTube stream. Welcome if you're watching on our JCA YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any games. Interesting to see that people don't think there's any Japanese players playing in Japan cricket. Well, if you're watching today for the first time, then you probably haven't seen any. Though I can assure you there are plenty of Japanese players playing Japan cricket. That's 6 runs over long off. Strong hit from Abhi Talang. Yeah, plenty of Japanese players playing Japan cricket. This is one day. The Japanese teams largely fell by the wayside in the group stages, but we will be seeing plenty of the Japan national squad members in this next game. Chiba Sharks will have a few turning out for them. Oh, that's another big hit. It's going to clear the ropes. It's 6 more. Well, this is what they needed. Abhi Talang is finding his range, clearing the ropes, twice in quick succession. Big hits, making the game of it. Suddenly that required rate drops below 10 again. Abhi Talang, 15 off 5. Could be a sting in the tail here. And a dot to end the over. So 125 for 6 off 17. Goodness me. 31 needed from 3. Bit of a conference going on out in the middle, as you might expect. Nervy times. Does mean a lot to these teams. As I said, it's Japan cricket families. Most people know each other. You can see the bowlers helping out the batters, tying the shoelaces. It's a pretty friendly community to be part of. And over on ground 2, Alpha Quashers need 18 off the last two with 4 in hand. They're putting together a bit of a partnership currently. They were 88 for 6. 103 now. It's going to go to the wire over there. Could go to the wire here too. Falcons have still got a couple of guys in the hutch who can bat. So, Bhupendra Sharma stands at the top of his run, taking a long time to get this field set. Looks like they've settled on a long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep cow corner and a deep backward square leg. So all the boundary riders on the leg side except for the long off. He's wearing a couple of hats down there and looks like a bit of an idiot, but you know, we'll forgive him. Nothing from the first ball. Single second ball. Calm before the storm, perhaps. Well, he's tried to go offside. Hit the fielder. Scampers for a single. Got to take everything on offer, but if that had gone through, there's no boundary riders from long off all the way around to fine leg. So anything that goes through there, well, he's looking at long on and he's going to clear it. That is 6 more, spectacularly caught in the grandstands. That's a great catch. 6 runs though. Sameep joining the fun. Gets a bit behind it. It goes. And he's going offside this time. And it's going to go over the top. As I said, there's no one out there. That's going to run away, I reckon. Fielder can't catch it. 10 off 2 balls. And suddenly there is noise from the Falcons camp. They've been very quiet for most of this innings. Bit of excitement coming from down there now. And they might actually be starting to believe the required rate is now below 9. It's amazing what 2 big shots can do. 12 runs from the last 4 balls. Last ball of the over coming up. Feels like a big one. It's gone offside again. It'll just be a single. So 138 for 6, 2 overs to go. 18 needed. So, 2 overs to go. Hope you're all enjoying the show so far. Bit lonely here in the commentary box. It was nice having some friends around earlier today. Join me in the chat. But for now, I am living every moment of this game. Captain Anil Chandraya trying to figure out what to do next, how to stop these 2 batsmen from getting away from him. He's turning to Navjeet Thakur again. 2 overs for 22, so it's not gone that great for him, but he's not backing Rasika Chandimal. He's pulled him out of the attack, despite his 2 wickets in his last over. And Thakkur's done alright to dot first ball. Just passing over the top of the stumps, that popping bounce that we get on the synthetic pitch. 18 needed. From 11 balls. Well, another dot. These dots are gold. There we go. Hit high and handsome. Over the offside, over extra cover, 6 more. And that is a huge strike. Suddenly, the Falcons have got all the momentum. The Titans are looking quiet. They're scratching their heads, hands on hips, wondering how they've let this game get away from them. It's not done yet, but all of a sudden, just 12 needed. From 9 balls. Well, I know who I'm backing now. I made the mistake of backing the Titans earlier. They've done so much right in this game. They've been really impressive for a team that plays its cricket in Division 2, first season in the JCL. They've put on a decent show, but perhaps, as we said in the first innings, they're a few runs light. The depth of the Falcons' batting. Guys coming in at 7 and 8 and playing like this. Samip Dewar played a match-defining hand here. He's 30 off 18. Abhi Talang swatting another to the boundary. They're going to finish this with time to spare, I reckon. The Falcons are cheering. They know that this over has been the decider, really. Suddenly this game is up and done. They looked dead and buried, didn't they? Just a few overs ago. T20 cricket, goodness me. 99 for 6 they were. That boundary brings up the 50 partnership in absolutely no time. Incredible stuff, really. $150 for 6. We're going to go into the last over, but 14 taken off that last over. It's really done the damage, hasn't it? These two put on 51. Abhi Talang 21 off 9. Samip 29 off 17, contributing to the partnership. 50-run partnership and 26 deliveries. It's the match right there. Completely turned it on its head. Paddy Foley's over on the ground too. Look like they may still hang on. The Quashers, they need 12 runs from 5 balls. And he's gone after it, looking to finish in style. 6 runs. They've won it with 5 balls to spare. What a way to finish the game. The Falcons players run onto the field to congratulate their players. Abhi Talang. That is quite the way to finish. Titans look dejected. Hope they can find time for a handshake amongst that, because that was a cracking game of cricket. And you've got to say, the Falcons, well, they bat deep. We said it all along. But a 57-run partnership in 27 balls has just cleaned up that game at the end when they looked completely dead and buried. 30 for Samip Dewar, 27 from 10 balls from Abhi Talang. Along with his fine display with the ball, he's probably nicked that MVP award. Terrific stuff, you have to say. Well played to both teams. Tokyo Falcons have booked their place at finals day. Now then, finished bang on time as well, if you can believe that. We've got half an hour to go before the Chiba Sharks take on the Tigers Cricket Club. I will be back. We might even dig out some other commentators to join me. But for now, it's all about Tokyo Falcons. Well played. They're into the semi-finals.